Good. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Freedom Fridays. Today's show, we're talking about the do's and don'ts, the financial do's and don'ts of 2025. I'm Kamari Ellis. We got Jimmy Maestro Williams, because Jimmy's backstage singing, talking about his Drew Hill love, but we'll talk about that another
Not
time.
about Drew Hill love. We were doing a comparison.
And of course, Corey's going to come and have Jimmy's back. I told y'all.
What are we talking about?
What's up, people? We're going to have a good Friday show as always. How y'all doing?
Let's get it popping, man. I'm just a grown man running out of time. Let's go, though. I'm sorry. Let's go.
He got chops.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning.
Welcome to 2025, y'all. What is good?
Happy New Year.
Wait for our folks to come in, man.
We got folks here. We got folks here.
Oh, we got folks here.
Yep. K. Thomas. Welcome. Dr. Chaz is in the building. Cedric's in the building. Welcome. So folks are here. They out here early.
No, they on time.
Okay, we're a little late. Excuse me. I've had a busy week. My apologies. Whoa, Brandon coming through. Oh, I like that. He's setting the tone right away. Thank you.
Brandon, what's really good? Appreciate that.
What the hell was that?
I don't know what's going on. What y'all got going on, man?
So, all right, what are we talking about today besides Drew Hill's trash?
Whoa.
All right, Drew Hill's not trash. I'm sorry. I like 2 Drew Hill songs.
2? All right, you know what? You
told you
out
that
of
before.
pocket, man. We're supposed to be talking about the do's and don'ts.
We're going to talk about that behind the wall.
We're starting with some standard. You want to take that back, man. You out of pocket, man. That's
okay, they're not trash. They're just mediocre.
You being egregious, bro.
All right, they're not better than Jodeci. But we're going to talk about that. If you are a member of the Village, go on over to www.blackwealthrebels.com. We're going to tee this up. We're going to have a conversation.
We're going to have a Drew. Matter of fact, if we do it behind the scenes, we can actually go song for song. We can actually
Correct.
Yeah, we can go song for song. Matter of fact, I'm making a playlist. We're going to battle this out, bro.
My man,
you out of pocket, man. You out of pocket, man. Ain't no Drew Hill standing there take place, man.
Cedric, thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Hey, listen, Cedric is a member of the Village, so much love to Cedric, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Cedric's a member. Shout out to the Village, man. I've been back there showing my trades with y'all, man. You know what I mean? Me and Spy been, getting the best of Spy every day.
Now, I told Jimmy he being selfish, so I told him he got to share how he does that. He said he would.
I will. Listen to the Village. I will. Not to nobody.
To the Village. To the family.
The Village is going to get special treatment. The Village getting special treatment. It is what it is, man.
Because Jimmy was smacking Spy up all week.
Listen, I put a play in there yesterday. I told everybody a leap that I was going to buy. You know what I'm saying? I bought like 5 contracts. It cost me a nice pretty penny. But if anybody would have followed suit, you'd already made $1,000 literally in less than 24 hours. I'm up $1,000 already. And that's on C3 AI. I put it in the Village. It's all shared. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's all documented. It's all documented. You know what I'm saying? What you want me to do? I'm sorry. Anyway, I digress though.
Read that comment, please, sir.
All right, so please don't say nothing about Jodeci. I won't say nothing about Jodeci. I'm not going to say nothing about Jodeci.
Listen. This is what
no Jodeci standard.
This is how this conversation started. We were talking about Jodeci and we were talking about Drew Hill. Now, I made this statement about me and Jim been having this argument for about 10 years. About Jodeci and Drew Hill. And when we started this argument, I said Jodeci will blow Drew Hill out the water.
They will. And they will.
Let him finish.
Go ahead.
Our families went on vacation together and we was in Virginia. And we played the playlist, bro. And it wasn't close, bro.
I said, yo, go song for song. I said, because here's the thing.
We played both. We played song for song, and it wasn't close. Drew Hill got way more slack.
Because I'm gonna tell you why, right? So I'm gonna give you my perspective. As a matter of fact, we can get a little snippet of kind of the conversation we're gonna have in the village, right? So the thing is, I think that Jodeci's highs are higher than Drew Hill. Like with Jodeci at their best songs are better. I get that, but I'm talking about song for song.
Their worst songs
Drew
are
Hill,
better. But
song for song, Drew Hill got more slaps because half of every Jodeci album is Garbitas, is trash. All their up-tempo joints are trash. Half of every album is trash. So when you start going song for song, it's like, you know. And Cry For You is a wild song too. Anyway, Cry For You is a slap, but it's a wild song, man. Because like just listen to the lyrics of that song. It's a wild song, yo.
I mean, you were just singing it the other day. I mean, listen,
It's been
Jimmy.
an hour since you've been gone. I'm like an
There we
hour.
go.
Yo, like
Yes, dog. An
There we
hour.
go.
How you wilding at the hour, bro? You in the middle of the desert crying? Like what's going on?
Yo, K Diddy said the live isn't on the By the Hood page.
Live isn't posted on By the Hood. You talking about the YouTube or the Facebook? Which one you talking about?
I got it on both. I see it on
so
both.
that's what I'm saying. Like what we talking about?
But before I forget,
I see the YouTube, so I don't know what you're talking about.
thank you, Dina. Thank you for the super chat.
Dina's a member of the village. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
All
she
the
is.
members get love. I think it's the Facebook page that's wild.
But you know what, K Diggy? Either way,
It's on both.
Go to Black Wolf Rebels on YouTube. We don't have it set up on Facebook just yet. It's coming though, but come to YouTube.
Jamil, Detroit's in the building. What up, though?
What up, though?
What it is, Brody?
It's definitely there. Yo, I don't know if Pierre is here. If anybody knows Pierre, go get Pierre for me because I think Pierre won the joint last week, but he sent me an email that didn't have any information, so I couldn't get him paid out. So if anybody knows Pierre, or if you're here, let me know. Jodeci only got the one side of the first album and Cry For You on the second joint. After that, other than lately covers. Hey, Jamil,
Slander.
Listen, I ain't gonna say nothing, bro. All I'm gonna say is, you know, when you put them lights on, look a little shaky when you start going through it.
We gonna have a DJ battle.
We hold them in high regard, right? Because they should be held in high regard. They're legends. But just saying, he's right about the first album. He's absolutely right about. They may got more than a couple slaps on the second one, but that first album, half of it's completely.
I'm a withhold comment. So y'all rock out. Y'all like all these groups.
Oh, here we go. Yo, another thing Kamari said that was wild too. Kamari called Blackstreet.
I'm not a fan of Blackstreet. Listen, I am a Teddy Riley guy fan.
Hold. Let me tell people what you said real quick.
I'm gonna say it. You ain't gotta say it for me.
Effect and Blackstreet, that's 2 of the 3 groups.
No. I said I love New Jack Swing. Get the full context, right?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not a fan of Rex and Effect. Zuma Zoom is not my joint, but it was the joint in the parties back in the day, 89, 90.
That's all it needed to be. What you talking about?
No. But I'm a Teddy Riley fan. Teddy Riley is a hip hop and R&B legend. No Teddy Riley Sander will be tolerated.
How can you say Blackstreet ain't what it is though? Now
listen, because it was a knockoff guy. Now here's the problem. The problem with Guy. Here's the problem with Guy, and I will say it. They had the Super Predator in the group. And
forget their personal life. I'm talking about
you can't though. It all merges in.
We talk about the music, bro.
Musically, who got more slaps? Blackstreet.
I will listen to Guy before I listen to anything.
That's not what I asked you. That's not at all what I asked you.
I like their music better. Sorry.
Yo, Guy low-key only got a couple slaps, and we gonna keep it real.
It depends on how you judge it. Listen, it's all subjective, right?
No, some things are just factual.
Clearly, these folks were raised in District 12. Y'all music taste change.
He called us
no diggity about the back. Listen, go ahead, tell him, Data. Joy, she's giving me joy. You bugging, man.
Did y'all know Jimmy could sing? Look at this boy.
Hey, listen, man, I got 8 octaves, doggy. But that's either here nor there.
Oh wow. Well, listen, I ain't got no octaves, so you got me beat. You got me beat. Pause.
Right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Ah, okay. Brandon said the show the after party. All right, so if that's their best album, we in trouble because half of that is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so
Yeah, half of that album trash too.
Garbito.com.
Half of that album is trash.
All right, but as we get this show started, right? Listen, excuse me, y'all. Happy Friday to everybody. This week has been a rough week for me. I'm partly mad. My dad's funeral was Friday. I had clients texted me at my dad's funeral after I sent the email out.
Hold up. Your dad's funeral was Monday though.
Right, I know, but it's been a crazy week.
You said your dad's funeral was Friday, but it wasn't.
I'm sorry, my dad's Friday was Monday. And by the way, thank you, Jimmy, for attending.
Absolutely, man. You know it's nothing but love, bro. And by the way, you had I told you this in private. You had an amazing service. Listen, the young lady that Kamari had singing at his father's homegoing was phenomenal, to the point where I was asking around about her church home. I'm not even a Christian brother, but I was trying to figure out how to go on first Sundays to get a free concert. That's how fire she was.
Shout out to Nina Blelock.
She was going crazy in there, Corey. I was like, hold up. I might go pull up with a Sunday just to get a free show. Like what's going on? Like, she was going crazy.
No, she did her thing, and it was crazy, right? This is no diss to the church, but I felt like her mic levels weren't up high enough, and their levels were higher. But she compensated, and she went over and above it. She killed it. She was body bagging it, and then the pastor was killing it too. So shout out to man. And plus, it was a black event, man. I felt all the black love in the building. So, well, thank you for that, Jimmy. It was
absolutely.
But yeah, clients, it'd be like, wow, at the funeral, and it's like I sent out an email earlier, and it's like, wow, nobody cares.
They're like, yo, where my
nobody cares,
it's
right?
Crazy.
Yep. So, but it's all good. I'll reserve comment for that on another day. But we talking about 2025 financial do's and don'ts. What's the funny thing?
I'm laughing at Jamil's comment. He was slandering Blackstreet too. So on one hand, he's on my side. The other hand, he's on your side. Like, he said that the future loaner choice Blackstreet. Dave by himself. Dave Hollister got slapped. You will never hear me slander Dave.
Damn, and what? That's my guy right there. We damn near said the same thing.
Yo, Dave Hollister, I was listening to Dave Hollister's song recently, and I was like, yo, these lyrics is wild. I used to sing this as a kid, and now I'm listening to what he's actually saying. And I'm like, even though I used to beat it up, that song,
Dave Hollister is a wild dude.
Listen, Dave Hollister's first album is classic.
Yo, I was listening to the lyrics of the song. I was like, yo, Dave was kind of wild on the song.
But now he's saved. He gave his life to the Lord.
I would have given, but I can't.
Yep, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Thank you. Appreciate you. So I went from being one day just a YouTube guy with Jimmy and Corey, and now I'm an overnight landlord.
Yeah, man.
Life is crazy.
Man. Listen, man. Crazy. I got a vacancy to fill right now. I had a tenant move out December 31st. Let me tell you how the Lord or Allah, whoever who believe in, works for dummies like me. So I was salty at first. I'm like, damn, she gonna move. I got at the beginning of the year, I gotta fill this vacancy. So I looked.
Hold on, Jimmy. We gotta give the shout outs to Miss Camp.
Oh, Cola's in the building. We got full Cola's in the building.
Welcome. Go ahead, Jimmy.
By the way, Kamar, I gotta tell you, I like to make portmanteau of couples' names. So Corey and LaJoya, I call them Cola, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway. Matter of fact, I gotta find one for you and your wife too, but I digress. Listen, so
yeah, you gotta explain that one to me on another time.
What a portmanteau is? You know what a portmanteau is?
No, I missed that. But it's cool.
All right, so a portmanteau is when you take, part of Corey's name, part of her name, and you create a name. You know what I'm saying?
Like my name. My name is a mixture of my mother and father's name.
Okay, so your name is a portmanteau. There you go.
Yeah, but I never knew that before. I learned something of that.
It's often done with couples. So I created one for Corey and LaJoya. It's Cola, but that's either here nor there.
Okay.
Getting back to the landlord game, right? So I had a tenant move out. I went and looked at PHA, their rent. Like, from what I was getting in rent to where it is now, it's like, I told you this the other day at dinner, it's like a $500 difference. And I was like, oh, it's a blessing she moved out. Like,
because they just had an increase.
Yo, her moving out just gave me $6,000 more a year in income. I was like, oh, it's lit. Let's go. Oh, yeah, get your ass out. Yeah, let's get it.
And I think there's like a 36,000, 50,000 backlog or something like that in Philly.
Hey, listen, man, there's 37,000 people.
37,000
people with vouchers looking to find a place to stay. And, I'm going to provide some of that for them, So that's what we talk about, man. But now you a landlord. How you like being a landlord, bro?
So I've been a landlord before. I've been a property manager before. Listen, I can get all the stuff done. I got a story. I failed miserably one time because the properties that I managed weren't just my father's properties. We had clients' properties that we managed. This one gentleman, he was a great tenant, got fired. He was a single father like me at the time. I gave him about 6 months. I shouldn't have done that. Because he'd been a great tenant. He was looking, and then one thing turns into another. And in Philly, you got to start immediately to get people out because it takes so long to get people out. Like, you don't have time to delay. So after the 5th or after the 15th, you got to be sending all the letters, all the paperwork, and ready to take them to landlord tenant court immediately, or else you'll be holding somebody else's debt for a long time.
Listen, man.
So I failed. I failed.
Yeah. What I would say is this, and I say this as someone who's probably made every mistake you can make in terms of being a landlord. So it's really through experience I say this, but you really have to establish that relationship up front that this is business, right? It's nothing personal. It's not that you have to be an a-hole, but you do have to let folks understand, because a lot of times most smaller landlords, unless you are at scale where you're what's the
you won landlord, you one rent payment away from homelessness.
Unless you're like Invitation Homes or whatever. Now, granted, my strategy of combining Bitcoin with real estate puts me in a better space than most of my fellow landlords. And I know this because I talk to most of the folks that you see online who are landlords in Philadelphia. I have offline conversations with them. Like, it's a community of real estate folks in Philadelphia. Let's put it that way. Right?
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Black real estate folks in Philadelphia.
Especially folks that look like us, right? So we all know each other. We all, so I have conversations, and most people, a lot of folks don't have reserves. But my idea of putting my reserves in Bitcoin has done me so well, because I'll be completely transparent. I have reserves now that are worth more than some of the properties that built up said reserve. You know what I mean? And now, with that extra $6,000 in income I just stumbled upon for 2025, that's all going into sats. But I digress.
Well, so first of all, what up, Rich?
Rich, what's really good?
What up?
That's my soul fold. Me and Rich are irresponsibly long fold in terms of the company. We own stock and fold. We irresponsibly long fold. So that's my brother Rich. Virgo life. So
Virgo life. When is a management company okay? Give me more context. I'm not sure what you mean.
Virgo, what I assume you mean is, and when is it okay to hire a property management company? Is that what you're asking? Because I do have a property manager that I gave a couple units to, and I self-manage some other ones. And it has its pluses and minuses on both sides, because Kamari made a point. Shout out to our sisters too. We all went out to dinner on what day was that, Kamari? Last Saturday.
Yeah.
And we had a ball, man. We went to the new black-owned restaurant by Felicia. Shout out to Felicia.
Ivana.
Yeah, Ivana. And Kamari made a point at dinner. He was talking to Tracy about property management. Kamari was like, yeah, but the thing about hiring a property manager is now you got to manage them. So no matter whether you hire somebody or you don't hire somebody, there's still some work to be done.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. There are good property managers out there, and there are trash property managers out there. At the end of the day, I don't believe in this utopian idea of real estate as this passive land of gold. It's not. It's a pain in the fucking ass.
There's only one way to get passive real estate. There's only one way.
Buying a damn REIT.
That's it. That's it.
But hold on. But to go back to Virgo's life. So Jimmy does a hybrid thing. I think it's okay to do it. Listen, I'm about to do it from the get-go. Now, my experience is a little bit different because I've done it before. I have other friends and colleagues in the space, so I might just hire somebody to do some of the stuff that I don't want to do, especially as I get my hands around this thing. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The argument a lot of people make is, well, you're giving that money away. I think that's the wrong argument. I think you're getting your time back.
You're buying your time back.
Right. And I think people think about money and time totally wrong. And Jimmy and Corey are the kings of that because they wrote a book. What's the name of the book?
I'm getting ready to show you.
Come on, man. How you gonna mess with the alley-oop?
Own Your Time and Space by Corey Camp. You know what I'm saying? So here's the book right here. It's a book written by myself and my brother Corey.
There you go.
By the way, you can go to onyourtimeandspace.com to get a copy of the book. You know what I'm saying? Right through Amazon. But this is our book here, On Your Time and Space, written by myself and Corey.
But, I feel like if you don't have 10%, at least, because that's kind of like a standard, it's different on different places. But if you can't invest 10% into your time, business, and your business, I think you're doing it wrong. You're looking at it wrong. And you're probably making a decision based on your reserves or lack thereof. So I would do a manager in a heartbeat, a good manager, because again, you still got to be on top of it, because at the end of the day, your name is on a deed, and that water bill, that gas bill, that tax bill, they track you forever. It follows the property forever.
Side note: if you're in Philadelphia and you're a landlord, please sign up for the PICO and PGW landlord program, because you can protect yourself when they make it not follow you.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, Jim, we need to talk. I guess we need to do a show behind the village or in the village.
Listen, the village gets all the work, man. Y'all getting the plays. Y'all get all the work, man.
What is this? Have you seen the old cat that got mushed down the stairs and transitioned after confronting it? Like, no.
Damn, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Listen, man, when I go into these properties, man, you gotta go correct, man.
That's all you gonna say. That's all you gonna say.
Corey, I think you muted, Corey.
Chopper style, chopper style.
In the words of Bill Collector, man, I got the burner. I got the burner. Anyway, I'm sorry, but yeah, you got to be careful out here.
All right, Corey, can you read that?
It says, I had a house rented out for 5 years. I sold the house in 2018. I opted to have a property manager take care of everything. If I invest again, I would manage it myself.
Why?
Good comment, but also good question from Kamari.
Yeah, I'm just curious because, again, it's a community. I want to, and by the way, there is no wrong here, right? It's just the exchange of ideas. So why?
So the reason I'm really going to, even with this other one, I may move it back under my own roof instead of instead of with the property manager, which I didn't even have the conversation with him yet. So if you're watching, shout at you, you might have just learned that. Is because I'm trying to work on personally. One of my goals, and we're going to talk about the financial do's and don'ts in 2025, is I want to work on my personal systems. You know what I'm saying? And that starts with keeping better track of properties and expenses and things of that nature. And also, getting my paperwork to my accountant in time so I don't have to keep filing extensions for my taxes. You know what I'm saying?
No comment. You set yourself up for that one.
Hey, listen, I threw you the alley-oop. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jason Kidd out here, man.
You did. Jim, read that from Jamil.
All right, so Jamil says, "Then property managers will cook your books if you don't have experience managing yourself first and are only thinking passive income." So, I get what he's saying. He's saying for them, it's a business for them, so they're thinking about their own income, and you got to make sure you understand. And I guess that's kind of with anything. One of the things about understanding the game is what questions to ask and what things to say.
But I'll say this because you're right. You are right. But you need to understand basic things. Does it cost $300 to get your locks changed? Does it cost $1,000 to change the inside of toilet guts? Like things like that you're going to run into in management. Yeah. But you're right.
The new scam some of them got is like, yo, any service call is like $150, $300 just to them to go out, just to take it. And it's like, come on.
Well, that's not new though.
No, it's not new, but the numbers is new.
Not really, but yeah.
Right, you was paying $300 back then.
Them numbers new as hell, bro.
No, I'm not. No, they might be new to you, but they've been doing that for a while, because that's what I was saying. So there's not a lot of margin being a property manager who just gets a cut off the rent. So a lot of times, if they handle the service calls and the maintenance, they'll try to upcharge that, especially for emergency things where they get to take advantage of it. Listen, it can get outright vicious.
Ain't nothing going on but the rent.
All right, so Dina says my manager wasn't the best. She had a daycare in the house. Kids wrote on the walls.
Damn.
Listen, so I had a property manager for these properties I had owned in Carolina, and she was the worst property manager ever known to man. And it was so bad that I sold all my property in Carolina because I'm like, I need to be close enough because she literally, that property manager was so bad. She literally is the reason I don't invest out of state no more. And it's a personal preference. I know some of them gurus, you can go buy in the Midwest, and I need to be able to, like, you know, get to my properties within an hour. If I
we need to talk about that too, because a lot of people are talking about that. Like, I was talking to a buddy of mine. He's like, the prices in Detroit look right, but I'm like, bro, you ain't in Detroit, and you ain't never did this before.
You're never going.
Right. Well, the prices in Czechoslovakia look good too, but I'm cool.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like, there can be opportunities for it, but if you ain't got the experience, like, it's funny, I got some friends, and no diss to them. They've managed some projects at home, some really nice projects in their personal residence. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I have expertise in this. And I don't say nothing. And I'm like, I want to say you don't, because it's a total different game, but
absolutely.
But yeah. All right. Newsstand Granddad says, any REIT recommendations to look for? Listen, we're going to do a show in the village talking about our REIT recommendations. We're going to do that.
Jimmy did a whole class on REITs.
I got a whole class on REITs. I'm gonna bring it to the village too. I got a whole presentation on REITs. I'm gonna bring it to the village.
How old is it though?
Huh?
How old is it?
Less than a year old.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even have it recorded. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna do it live. So what I'm gonna do
let's do it again.
For those in the village, right? Be on the lookout this weekend. I'm gonna send out a couple different surveys, because what I want to know is this, and maybe for those that are in the village, you can answer right now if you're here. And if you're here and you're not in the village, that's problematic too. Just go to blackwealthrebels.com and join the village. We do have paid and free tiers, so just make sure you're in the village. Because I don't know whether you guys would prefer a weekend or a weekday when I do live classes, because I have a couple live classes. We've been doing classes every Sunday for those that haven't, caught up on options trading. But I have a REIT class I want to do, and I'm putting together a Bitcoin for 2025 class, the beginner, so everybody knows how to get into the Bitcoin space. But that's going to be for the village. But would y'all prefer a weekday evening, or would you prefer a weekend? Let me know. I'll read this for you, Kamari. Brandon says, I have only had experience with a property manager. I live 2 hours away from my properties. I still do checks for myself and fix things myself if I don't like the bid she received. I mean, listen, that's dope. And that's the thing, Brandon.
But that's 4 hours.
But here's the thing, though. To me, though, you got to find out what works for you. It sounds like that works for you. And if it does work for you, you know what I'm saying? Blessings.
But what's that drive like? 4 hours after you done change the toilet? Jeez.
Brandon, while you're on that drive, go to Patreon and put up the Black Wealth Rebels. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kamari. Go to the next.
No, you should have completed that thought, sir.
Only thing I got to, like, once I start there. Sarita, how are you? Happy New Year.
Welcome. So LaJoy says the prices in Detroit and Cleveland, Akron, Toledo, Ohio too. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are affordable.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? The thing about that is this: people like to look at properties that are cheap, but it's a reason they're cheap a lot of times, right? You got to understand macroeconomics to understand why they're cheap. And a lot of times they're cheap based upon what's known as pegs, which is what gives real estate value. Again, there's a whole class on real estate valuation in the village. But the fact of the matter is, most of the times you'll have a more difficult time managing and renting said properties. And the economies of scale, kind of what it shows you. That's why they're that cheap, right? People say, I don't want to buy in the city because it costs too much. Yeah, but guess what? That's the reason why I can get a tenant tomorrow if I feel like it. And you'll be looking for a while. It also is why I'll get a better quality of tenant and why you can get a terrible tenant. It's also why the value of my property is going to go up threefold in a year and yours isn't. And why some of those places that were named, those properties have been, cheap for decades.
Jimmy, real quick, tell people what pegs are.
Physical, environmental, government, and social. The different things that influence value.
And all those things matter. Because if you got a trash government, ain't nobody going to want to live there.
Yeah, so if your government is not good at managing budgets or creating jobs or doing what they have to do, then, you're going to be in Akron, Ohio, and your real estate is going to be cheap forever. So, while you invest in that area, someone can invest in an area that, kind of has those things in place, and they're going to make more money than you.
All right, Cosmic Wisdom says, I'm in Cincy, and I can tell you, people will take advantage of out-of-state investors. That's
Absolutely.
a fact.
Absolutely. You got to have boots on the ground.
But do me a favor real quick, everybody, in the chat. Let us know where you are at, where you're from. I know Cosmic says he's from Cincy. I know Jamil's in Detroit. but I want to get a better sense of where everybody's at.
We got Dallas in the building. We got
Right.
Detroit in the building. We got Cincy in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got Mars in the building because I'm a Martian.
All right, Wayne. All right, Wayne. Oh, Pass is in the building. What up, Pass? REITs is the only way I will do real estate. Done right, the margins aren't much different. I would argue that the margins are way better with REITs.
So it depends. It depends.
Oh, I know. But I'm thinking about the time. Like, I don't think people put the proper value on time enough.
If you know how to source deals and find the right buy, I got a property right now. I literally paid $1 for it, and it's paying me $1,200 a month. So your REITs ain't never going to do that.
Well, damn, can I borrow $1?
I'm poor though, but I'm just telling you, like, nobody's REIT is ever going to do that.
So what Jimmy hasn't told y'all is that, you know, he owned like 5,000 doors out of state. That's why he owns like. That's why he owns like 10 Bitcoins.
I'm poor. I'm a poor black man. I'm struggling out here, man. You know.
All right. So K Diggy says weeks. Cedric says week. I mean, I'm sorry, weekends.
Okay.
All right, weekend again. All right. Do you go into how to grab alternative tax benefits with REITs?
Well, a little bit, right? So a REIT for those who don't know what a real estate investment trust is. Literally, you buying ownership of a company that is in the real estate space. And there's a lot of ways you can do it, specifically depending upon which kind of account you can buy it in. Because sometimes people worry about REITs. They say, well, I can't shelter the taxes the way I can with a physical piece of real estate. But if I'm using a Roth 401k or a Roth IRA, just as one example, now we talking about being strategic with it.
But there's just real quick, there's two different types of REITs. Mm-hmm. There are publicly traded REITs and there are non-traded REITs.
That too.
The real tax advantage are in the non-traded REITs, typically. But Jimmy's right too, because then you can do self-directed IRAs. Like, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can get all kinds of freaky.
My problem with non-public REITs, in my experience, this is just my experience. A lot of times we talk about cooking of books.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, I was just talking to the matter of fact, the guy Corey Clipstein is a gentleman who owns the Swan Bitcoin, right? Who's one of the biggest Bitcoin exchanges. So talking on Twitter, and he was telling me about he was salty. He had put up like $20,000-$30,000 before the pandemic, and it was for this real estate deal. Was supposed to pay him X amount, $600 per month or what have you. And once the pandemic hit, everything went to hell. It was kind of one of those situations, non-public, a private type REIT joint. Hasn't got his money back, hasn't got a monthly payment after the first one, and he's out like 30 G's. And he was complaining. He was like, he's a Bitcoiner. He's like, Bitcoin, I could have put the same amount of money in at this point, and I would have had $600,000. And I'm like, opportunity cost. But the point is, a lot of times with those private REITs, you got to be careful with those. The thing about public REITs is they have reporting requirements. Yeah. So it's like, but again, that goes to the idea of how can I put this?
You got to understand what you're buying.
Understand what you're buying, but also what Corey always talks about is lifestyle design, right? If you want to be able to have the control and understand what's going on and get those documents, then you may be giving up a little bit of money on the front end. Even the comparison of me making a comparison with physical property. I still have physical property that has, a lot of things I have to be responsible for, where with a REIT, there's a lot of great things about REITs, but I'm not going to give it all away here because we're going to talk about this in the
village. In the village.
Shout out to Pedro, man. Pedro, we be kicking it on Twitter as well, man. Pedro is a good brother, man, and Pedro is he's one of my fellow Bitcoiners, man. He's all in on the Stack Sat show. So shout out to Pedro, man. Hey, Pedro, I gave you a shout out on the latest episode of Stack Sats too, man. So I just want you to know you definitely are appreciated, man. That last episode was some of my best work. For those that didn't check it out, I explained the Lightning Network. So go check that out. We doing full education in 2025.
All education. But let's kick the show off.
Let's get
what are the financial do's and don'ts of 2025? So Corey, this was your idea.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to talk about the 3 do's and don'ts of financial. I'm messing it up. The 3 financial do's and don'ts for 2025. So what are your thoughts on that?
Before you say something, everybody out there, hit the like button, hit the love button, and share this out, please. I saw a couple people hit the love button. So, Corey, spit your bars, but I just want to say that before you do. Show us some love. Go ahead, Corey.
Well, I wasn't speaking specifically about financial do's and don'ts. I was just talking about do's and don'ts, period.
Okay.
Because 2024 showed us some shit we should not supposed to do at all. And it showed us some things that we should do. One, I'm gonna start with the do's, things that we should do. No, I'm gonna start with the don'ts, and then I'm gonna end on a higher note, on a good note. So things you shouldn't do coming out of 24, going into 2025 is spend too much time chasing at the people that don't like you. A lot of people out here, I'm seeing so many relationship shows, and all I keep hearing is I'm chasing after somebody that don't like me.
They cap.
No, I'm just saying, like they're not saying those. They're not saying those exact words, but like all I keep hearing every time they open their mouth is, I'm chasing somebody I don't like. You know what I mean? Like, well, that don't like me. I like them more than they like me. And that's all I keep hearing is, I got into a relationship with this person, whether it be male or female. The guys talking about the girls is trying to get their money, and the girls talking about the guys is they BSing and they can't leave me and all this other, mumbo jumbo, jazzmatazz. And I'm like, bro, you with somebody that don't like you. So you need to get over and get off of them and get on to something else. So going from 24 into 25, stop chasing at the people that don't like you. That's do not number one. That's don't number one. Don't number two. Don't spend every dollar you get. A piece of everything that you earn is yours to keep. That's my financial. Do not spend all your money. Don't spend it all. Find some, as my my compadre, my buddy Malik would say, stop buying dumb shit. Stop buying dumb shit in 2025. If you don't need it, you don't want it, don't buy it. Because people just be buying stuff to be looking good for other people, and that's ridiculous. That's super dumb. And don't number three. Don't come for me unless I send for you. I put away my pistols in my verbal pistols for a few years. I'm bringing them things back out, man.
Whoa.
And this is why.
So, Cord, does that mean I can call you when these? Let me say it right so we don't get kicked off. These 6F cave dwellers come looking for my pages and talking trash to me.
All you gotta do is point, bro. All you gotta do is point. I'm on fire for 2025.
Corey said let his verbal hands go to the point. I remember back in the day, like Courtney used to be like, "Hey Corey, come get this guy on my page." Like she would call him in there like a straight attack dog. Like,
yeah.
Hey yo,
verbally go get this guy.
Yo, and put hands on him with the verbals, bro. Like I got
several times.
Like because the thing is, I know people don't read, so when I start saying things, the first thing they're gonna do is try to deflect because I know they don't read. So I won I won 98% of the time before we even get started. But anyway, so yeah, I'm letting these verbal hands go for 2025. So I will not be slandering my brothers because that's the promise I made to Jim and when we started this business, we don't do our brothers dirty. But if you come for me, I'm coming back, and it is not going to be pretty when I get loose. And I'm going to say whatever it is. So whatever it is what I'm going to say. So if you don't want no trouble, don't bring. Yeah, if you don't want no trouble, don't bring none. 2025 is not the year for your bullshit because I'm not taking it in no way, shape, form, or fashion. So you've been warned. All right, now for your dudes, love on each other, man. Like a lot of people died in 2024, man, and I want to say, you know what I mean, like Kamari just lost his pop. You know what I mean, like. A lot of people around, the holidays was getting out of here, like really getting out of here. But every year is like that. But when you go into a new year, you realize like, damn, I made it to a new year, and a lot of people ain't make it where I made it. So love on your folks. That's the first do. Do support the people that support you. Stop spending a lot of time. Don't do what I'm gonna do. Be better than me. Spend more time with the people that think like you and are like you and be like you. Like, don't let your verbal hands go. Don't be me. Be better than me. I decided to get back into the dirt, and I don't want you to do what I'm doing. And then number three, and this is a financial do invest something. If you're not investing, you're not winning. You got to find a way to invest part of every dollar that you get. So you got to find out whatever percentage that is, even if it's 1%, you got to start investing, because if you aren't investing, you're not winning. So those are my three dues for 2025, coming out of 2024, going into 2025. So
no, I love it. I love all of it. All of it. And yeah, I'm with getting dirty. We need to get dirty.
And this is not for the people here. This is just, this is going out to the, for people that like to come to the page with the dumb stuff. You know what I mean? Jim was talking about the K Solo. No, man. I'm not doing no K Solo. I'm coming with this full verbal onslaughts.
Hey, listen, man, that's part of my do's and don'ts. You gotta do you. For me, I just don't have time, man. I've been reading a lot about stoicism, man, and that's kind of the wave I'm on. I'm not arguing with folks. I just tell them K Solo, and I go. I'm protecting my energy, and so for me, Kamari, I might as well just get into it now.
Have at it.
Some of the things that I want to say as a do for 2025 is like be your authentic self, be whoever you are. I have my nephew was at the crib on New Year's Eve, and we were talking, and he said some wild stuff, right? Because that's what young folks do. And I was like, yo, I would have never thought that when I was your age or whatever. The conversation doesn't matter, but that's what it was about. But he articulated why he felt this way he felt, and I actually had to tell him, like, yo, I'm proud of you, because a lot of times, there's some young boys I could talk to, and I'll give them my perspective, and I could see them change based upon what I said. He is authentically himself, even if I don't
business.
Yeah, nah, like I'm cool. It's about a car. Let's see the here or there. So anyway, so I think it's power in being authentically who you are, and what I realize about a lot of people's financial decisions and everything is because they are not running their own race. They're so caught up in what they see on the gram and what they see on Facebook. They want to be like this influencer or this person because this person said they did this, and they're not being true to who they are. Your superpower is really being who you are. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is a do. Also, you got to read more in 2025, man. I challenge folks to read at least 10 books. You know what I'm saying? That's less than a book a month, man.
Can we do 12?
Maybe that's too aggressive. You think it's too aggressive, Corey?
Can we do 12?
Depending on the book. No, because people need to read for understanding, and so I don't want people to be reading fast.
Let's say 6 books then.
I want people to read for understanding, man.
Come on, why are you making that face, man? I thought goals were supposed to be smart, man. And
they are smart, measurable. What's the rest? Smart, measurable, achievable. Mm-hmm. Whatever the R and T is, right?
Yeah, all that. Whatever, yeah.
But you mean to tell me people can read 12 books in a year?
Got a lot going on, man.
Wait, and understand, because I agree with
kids and a job that makes me read all the time. Do you think I read 8 books last year, bro? I didn't get to 12.
Okay, I'm with that though. You did 8. You did 8.
Well, how many do last year, Kamari?
How many do none? Listen, all my books, and this is Jimmy's fault.
Don't blame me. No one asked you what you read. How many books did you read?
Most of my books last year were all trash, ratchet novels, and I loved all of it. I loved all of it. No, I loved all of it. So but I do a lot of audiobooks. So, but going back to, and I don't want to step on Jim's thunder, you got to do what works for you. I will read a book, and I'm getting back to that, but I won't do an audiobook in a heartbeat.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody should read Own Your Time and Space this year. Even if you've already read it, you should reread it because this is powerful text. I've heard that this can only be compared to things such as the Quran and the Bible. I didn't say that, but I've heard that. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody should read this book. And by the way, I don't know if Steven is here. Shout out to 2 people, man. Two people that are a member of the village, man. Jamil, who I know is here because I just seen him. So I want to shout out Jamil. And I also want to shout out Steven because I got it. Now let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. I'm joking, but no, I got it.
Shout out to Keith Lee.
No, but I did get it. Pause. I got the book. Jamil showed me where to find it. I thought I was being scammed, but the book actually came through. I started a couple chapters in. It's pretty good so far. But I like the way the guy tells a story because he's not just giving you facts. He's telling it through stories. So I do appreciate that. I don't know if Steve is here. If any of y'all know Steve, go tag Steve and bring him into this pause and bring him into the chat because I want to shout him out because he recommended the book. Jamil told me where to find it because you can't find it on Amazon. You can't find it on eBay. I don't know how Jamil found that site, but he found some used bookstore in the middle of Kansas. I don't know what kind of algorithms Jamil got. Jamil be in the dark places of the internet. No, listen, dog. Jamil be in the underworld of the internet, man. But he found it for me. So shout out to Jamil, man. I appreciate you, brother.
That's dope.
But do more reading for 2025. What not to do? Here's my biggest thing not to do, which is procrastination, right? And that it pertains to finance, but everything in life. Always talk about what you can do later. Just get it done, man. Start tackling things, getting things done. That's what you don't want to do in 2025. Also, what you don't want to do, which kind of coincides with what I said you should do, is like understand that when you are on the internet and you hear these things, you got to learn to do the knowledge, man. Like I said in my video I dropped yesterday on the socials, you got to learn to do the knowledge for yourself. Don't trust anyone. And when I say anyone, don't even trust us three. And these are my brothers. And we try to put out positive energy and do things, but you got to learn to do the knowledge. You got to learn to think for yourself, because that's also a superpower, man. Like you got to learn to do for yourself, man. I was raised in an environment where I was taught do for self, but that means so many things. So stop taking people's word for it. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're your attorney, whatever it may be. Listen, even your doctor, right? Do the knowledge, man. So that's my thing. Don't take anyone's word for it. Got to read books. You got to be your authentic self. And you got to become a member of the village at blackwealthrebels.com. You got to be a member of the village. What we got coming up for 2025 is phenomenal. By us joining forces by the hood in the Finance Rebel, this is like a cheat code for even Corey and I were talking about, like our business is actually exploding in terms of what we're doing just by partnering with Kamari. And, Kamari's going to see the results in terms of partnering with us. So that's the other thing you may want to do. Find your tribe. Right? You may find your tribe within the village and then build with your tribe. A lot of times, a lot of us go out and try to save the world instead of just focusing on the people that are on the same page as us. So build with your folks, man. And last but not least, last thing I'm gonna say, Kamari, then you can get into your bag is Black Queens Forever. No bunnies never. I just gotta add that. I gotta say it. It's gotta be said. For 2025, it's Black. Gotta be said. That's all.
It's got to be said.
It's got to be said.
Gotta be said.
Oh, Lord. We done created a monster. Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to the new registrant of the village. We just saw somebody join the village. KV Curtis 3 pledged a dollar, join the dollar tier, the Rebel Ally group tier. So shout outs to him. Man, my thoughts are all over the place right now, so I didn't really prepare for this, but I will give you what's on my mind.
Okay, speak from the heart.
All right, so everybody knows that I just suffered a loss, and I don't want to try to use this like I'm trying to make it a thing for content. I'm not, but I do want to share with y'all what I'm actually going through. So what I'll say is clean up your financial house. That's one thing you have to do.
I'm with that.
And that's not just one thing. It's one big thing. It's one big concept. But here's a couple things you should do. Review your life insurance contracts. All right. I just found out I was not the life insurance beneficiary of my dad's life insurance. I'm going to get it at some point, but it was his oversight. I ain't mad at it, but.
Oh, no. Do you mind sharing who he actually left it to? Because I think that's part of the equation. Because it's not like he left it to, you're his only kid.
No. I was getting there. Okay. And that happens a lot, right? There's a lot of people who go through divorce. They will leave the ex-wives or ex-spouses on, and they won't change it. Now, that's not what happened in my situation. My situation is it was left to my grandmother. My grandmother passed in 1996. What's the term? The alternate designee or alternate beneficiary was my uncle. Now, y'all just heard me say my grandmother died in 1986. My uncle died in 1995, right? And what I believe happened is my mother and father got divorced in like 1990-ish. He made the change and then switched it over to his mother, which makes sense. But then forgot about it about 30 years later, 30 or 40 years later. So, I mean, again, it happens, but clean up your financial house. Check your beneficiaries, your 401k, your life insurance, your pension plans, things like that. Make sure everybody, the money is going where you want it to go. Because it's a bitch when you worked all these years and you think money's going to someone you wanted to go to, and then it goes to somebody that you might hate. And that's real. It happens a lot. All right. So that's one. Two, clean up too. Just like clean up. Clutter is the devil. I feel like my whole family are hoarders, and I might have the hoarder gene a little bit too, but it doesn't serve anybody. And so I'm looking at old books and old papers that I'm not going to read anymore, old clothes that might have a little hole on it, but I feel it's comfortable, throwing that stuff out. So not only do that with your clothing and other things, do that with your relationships as well. So just clean up
your relationships.
Yes, clean up in general.
I feel like I need to pass you a couple of dollars, man. You preaching right now.
I'm just speaking from the heart, man. I'm just speaking from the heart. I mean, you said it like my dad did have a lot of good relationships, right? You saw that with people coming, but he had some issues with some people too, but they still came and showed their respects. And so that tells me that he walked his talk. And the other thing I would say is walk your talk. Be about integrity. Be about principles. Because at the end of the day, yes, people might classify us as a money show, but we're really a culture show, right? That talks about money.
Culture and relationships that talk about money.
Correct. And if when you really get down to it, if your culture is good and your people's good, your money's going to be good. But we've been trained otherwise because we've been trained by our enemy. So the other thing I would say is know who your peoples are, like your real peoples. Not just the guy who sounds good, who laces a couple words together, but really people who really stand for your folks and stand for you. And like Corey said earlier, don't run behind people who say they like you, but don't never show it. Because again, when your words and your actions don't align, you can tell a phony in a heartbeat. But a lot of times we get in our bag, we get infatuated with the idea of relationships. I don't want to even say love, right? Because I feel most people don't know what love is. Love is an action word, right? You got to do things, and you also got to sacrifice. People don't understand what love is, but they want to be in love. I say most people are just infatuated with, I don't even know what to call it, but it ain't love because they're not working towards love. But I would just say work towards having real folks and rock for them too and give for them. And don't do it with any expectation. People, I'll share this. Like Jimmy, I think can attest to this. I'll give somebody who's homeless money or food in a heartbeat. And I don't want nothing in return, right? If I do something for you, I do it for you because I see God in you. Let's see God in our brothers and sisters. If you don't believe in God, see the universe in them. See the creator in them. Whatever it is. I'm not really for the semantics when it comes to that, but just ride for your people. And that's all I got, y'all.
Hey, man, as Jamil says, man, see greatness in them, man. And
correct.
Man, you preaching right now, bro. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm we got to pass the plate or something. Kamari in this bag right now. Like, I don't know whether to say amen or ashe. I don't know what to say right now, man. But
ashe.
I always say ashe. I'm a hotep. I'm a hotep, so you can say
I don't know
ashe.
what to say. You was saying a lot right there, man. Yo, you said your enemy is teaching you. God, they aren't. But anyway,
well, Malcolm said that. That was not but a Malcolm.
I know, but he said it, but you just said it right now. So you
but I'm a student. I want to forever be a student, right? I never think that stops. Some of us think there's a destination. There is no such thing as a destination. There is only the journey. That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
And the one great thing, like, I was at your father's homegoing, and one great thing that I found amazing, Corey, is this, right? everyone who said something about his father got up to speak when you talked to in the hallway, said one thing. They were like, and they all like were like, everybody that knew him said, man, he loved to debate. Like that was his thing, was debating. Everybody, I'm talking about every single person was like, you know, what do you remember most about him? He loved to debate. And I was like, damn, that's Kamari.
Yeah.
I admitted that. You're about to make me play it, right? The apple don't fall far from the tree. So yeah.
Kamari can know you right in what you're saying, but he gonna debate you anyway. Like he gonna debate you. I was like, oh man, that's wild. So but no, those are all powerful things you said, brother, and I couldn't agree with any. I mean, I can't disagree.
I caught that slander, by the way, too, Jimmy.
No slander. You like to argue. It is what it is.
No. I don't think you're right, though. If I'm debating you, I won't argue with you if I think you're right.
That's not you can know, Kamari. You play the devil's advocate like
yeah. You might as well be Al Pacino at this point, dog. You always the devil's advocate, man.
Ooh. So if y'all didn't pick up the Al Pacino, that's a Jay-Z line. Jimmy says, "I love Jay-Z."
I love hip hop, dog. What can I say? What more can I say? You know what I'm saying?
They're all actors. De Niro's in practice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but yeah, man. So those are all great things, man. 2025 is going to be an amazing year, man.
Sorry, Jimmy.
No, it's all gravy. It's all gravy, man. Shout out to JT, another member of the village. JT is always, JC, you appreciate it. He's always in the village leaving comments, feedback. So that's appreciated, man. And more of that will pick up as more people come along. Like we've been doing this for less than a month at this point in terms of building out our village, man. So we are appreciative of everyone in there. And we got special stuff coming just for the village. So make sure to go to blackwealthrebels.com. I'll read that for you, Kamari, if you want me to pull that back up.
Yes, please.
Kamari, 6 is cool. That's like a cat going back in the gym for a new year and trying to bench 350 and run the treadmill for an hour after not doing anything since playing sports in high school. Word.
I mean, I thought that was great, but to Jimmy's point, right? I can see you right, and I can still argue because I think you can do more. But
see,
right.
I
just gave it up. Right?
Like Kamari said, man, listen, you gotta, watch the folks. You can pick up on someone's energy. And I thought, I had another hip hop line I was gonna drop there, man. What I was gonna say is, you could tell when someone's handshake ain't matching they smile, man. So that's all.
And that's definitely off the Jay-Z hit list.
Well, that's Beans, by the way.
That's Beans, John. Yeah, that's all. You can feel it in the air.
Feel it in the air, man. And also as Beans would say, man, trust in the law, but still tie up your camel. But that's either here nor there. Anthony's in the building.
Mercedes says, I worked at a funeral home. It happens all the time. It's worse when the insurance is left to a minor. That is a fact. I really hate when people say, I want to leave my insurance to my kids. I want to buy my kid a house. I want to put in a name. Kids can't own shit until they get 18, y'all. Excuse my language.
Yeah. The worst I've seen is something you mentioned. I've seen this multiple times where someone is married or even not even married in a relationship with someone. And they get out of that relationship and then they go join the ancestors and they never changed it. And you got someone that you don't even like no more.
Yep.
You don't even like them no more. Like, I'm talking about, I've seen folk joints where it's like, they're not even on speaking terms. And you just left that person $300,000. Y'all don't even speak to each other when you left, but you never updated your paperwork. And, I had a situation this week. I got a phone call from someone. I'm going to share this with the audience. You talk about, we let folks in our personal lives. It wasn't necessarily a client. It was someone looking for advice. And I'm not going to put their name out there, and if you are watching, no one knows it's you. But so here's the situation. This gentleman's, his wife was in an accident, right? On New Year's Eve, by the way, a couple days ago. Passed away. The crazy part is the accident was in a lift. They were in a lift. So a couple things about this. We often jump in Ubers and Lyfts and don't even think about the fact that we're putting our lives in someone else's hands. Crazy. It was an accident with like a truck, 18-wheeler, 16-wheeler, whatever they are. But peep this though. So he was looking for help because they have a house, but it's all in the wife's name. And I'm like, well, y'all married, it goes to you. Like, everybody knows y'all married. This is your wife. They were never officially married. They were Islamically married. And so now there's a whole other issue, and we're in Philadelphia. Like, Kamari's in the suburbs because he left us, but we're in Philadelphia, right? So
the subs.
I say that to say this: like, we have a huge population of folks that practice Islam, and a lot of folks get Islamically married, and handle their life accordingly, but they never file the necessary paperwork to make it legal.
Correct.
And then things happen, and now you're in a whole jam. Now, in this situation, things worked out because her mother's alive, her mom was okay with it. Her mother knew that this is so her mom was cool. Like, I'll just sign, but for a second it was kind of shaky there. Like, well, where's this go? Because
But here's the thing, Jimmy. Now, you should never want to make your loved one even think about that shit.
Because
right?
it's hard to grieve, right? You got how you're grieving. You worry about like where I'm gonna lay my head.
Yeah, you shouldn't even have to think about it. I gotta think about this. Yeah.
Well, at least here in Philly, now I don't know about the suburbs where Kamari at, but at least in Philly, like, this happens often, right? This happens often. So I don't know, people be like, what's the joint back in the day? Oh no, we common law. All right. Now it is a thing, but if someone challenges that, you could be rumbling for a minute when you don't necessarily have to if you just take care of your paperwork.
Oh man. And listen, sometimes you do have to abide by the laws of the state, right? And I get it because I got a big African community, Pan-African community, and they don't want to have their whole thing is, I don't want white men in my paperwork. I get that. However, what's the big picture? The big picture is supposed to be to leave a legacy and a foundation for whoever is coming behind you.
The government will put their hands in it, whether you want it or not.
Correct.
And that's what people don't understand. The government going to put their hands on it. So you might as well do the paperwork. Because listen, I was one of those big proponents of all that kind of stuff. Like I had bank accounts when I met Jim, but I used to keep my money. I still was keeping shoebox money because I don't trust banks. But no, seriously, I have bank accounts because my mom was an accountant and she worked at the bank. So I had 10 bank accounts, but I never used them. I would just put enough in there to keep them open and then pay the fees, but I would never put anything in there. But I was like, why is the bank spending my money before I touch it? I'm already being taxed, and then the bank get to hold my money for 3 days. Like, no, that's not it.
But think about this, y'all. If you don't have your own plan and make your own research, the government got a plan for you.
Do the knowledge.
Do the knowledge, right? Shout out to NGE, the 5% is the nation of gods and earth. But if you don't have a plan, the government has a plan for you.
Yeah. The government going to put their hands on it, whether you want it to happen or not. Like, the government going to lay paws on it. So you might as well do whatever you got to do.
All right, so Jamil says, don't leave Nathan to your children if they're irresponsible with money. My brother blew his bread on new furniture, clothes, and a vacation. My sister blew hers on partying, and Jamil bought WWE stock.
Listen,
man.
Eat your vitamins. Say your prayers and eat your vitamins.
Did they have fun though? I mean, did your brother use that new furniture, to politic with young ladies? Like, they have fun though. God bless them.
Listen, man, and sometimes that's what people want you to do with the money. Like, they want you to enjoy it. That's why they gave it to you. But I'm gone. I don't really care what you do with it. I want you to do the right thing, but I'm gonna try to teach you to do the right thing.
You don't want one of your sons to start using your money for bunny hopping, though.
That's why I'm teaching them not to bunny hop.
Mercedes says, I've seen where the deceased never selected a beneficiary. And the state
I've never seen that, but that's nasty work.
So what?
Nasty thing I've ever seen. Nasty work.
Well, there's a term for it. It's called a sheet. No, it's that too, but it's a sheet because what happens is
that's when the state makes the decision.
No, when I got you, Jim. Trust me, I got you.
Okay, go ahead.
Intestate is when you do not have a will. However,
yes, that's intestate.
Right, but insurance is a little bit different because it's outside of the rules. But what happens is when you don't have an estate or you can't claim the money then it's sheets. It's a weird word. It's probably
it's ESCHEAT. It's a sheet.
Right. Yeah. And so then the state gets that money and you have to put a claim on it. And so if nobody ever puts a claim on it, then the state is just riding rock free.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Nicole's here. All my stuff is playing. My uncle passed away last year. My condolences. And his wife did not know anything about the finances. My son and I had to tear his house apart and find all his information. Shout out for you for being a good niece, because that happens a lot, especially with women. And I'm not picking on the sisters, but a lot of times, I mean, I've got stories for days on this. One story, one of my clients retired. Her husband died like the next week, literally. He paid all the bills. And then after that, she didn't know what to do. She was bouncing checks. They had money, but she just didn't know what to do with it. She didn't know where anything was at. And who wants to think about this while you're in a state of grief? So, you got to think about these things.
That's nasty work.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, GC says, I don't believe in leaving most of my wealth to any irresponsible people. I'll still leave an irresponsible child something, but most of my estate goes to who I think will grow and continue my financial and ethnic legacy. Ooh, shout out to the ethnic. Yeah, shout out to the ethnic legacy. Shout out. All right, Anthony says, when my mom passed, she made me the youngest, the executor of the estate. My oldest brother was pissed because he couldn't use money assets for himself. He whined and complained the whole time.
He said,
listen, parents be knowing.
Mom knew what it was, though.
Yeah.
Mom knew what it was.
Stop that blah. Thanks for stopping by, Anthony. Might need to. All right, well, anytime you want me to come on the show. And I do have, my focus is the sandwich generation. Listen, I am the epitome of the sandwich generation. Getting at a estate planning book is important. Yes. Yep. So what we got? All right. So, but listen, if you have not liked, if you have not commented, if you have not shared, please do so now. Show us your lovers. Now, they're saying there's 39 people here, but I don't see at least 39 likes on the board. So help the brothers out.
Hey, you know what it's going at? 40.
Well, yeah, it's been vacillating. I saw as high as 45 at one point.
Yeah, so,
man. Show us some love.
Hey, man. Yo, make sure y'all join the village, too, for those that aren't in the village, man. That's important to me because I'm about to, let everything go back there, man. Like I said, for those that are back there, you can go back there now and check the dates and everything. I've been sharing my trades.
Let the hands go.
If anybody took that trade with me yesterday, you already up, you know what I'm saying? You're already up 4 figures, but I digress. Smack SPY around several times this week, but I digress. Anyway, man, with that being said, though,
thank you, Kay. Appreciate you.
I liked all 3 streams. Oh, Kate Diggy, it's love. Listen, if is Pierre here? I think Pierre is who won the giveaway last week. We're gonna do a giveaway this week, but Pierre, you sent me an empty email, so I don't know if Pierre is here. But if so, let me know.
That was Still Rocks. That's his tag on YouTube.
Okay, so I don't know if Still Rocks is here, but if you are, let me know. Nicole said I joined the village. Hey, look, love.
Whoa.
Love.
Yeah, that means a lot to me. Thank you, Nicole.
Yes.
Right, so Jigga says his house wasn't in order. I was the only child with him on the birth certificate. That means so many things. Could have been shiesty, but I split it equally, giving my niece half my cut. All they ran through it in 6 or 9 months. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand the value of a dollar. A lot of people want to give away their bullets to these corporations that don't like us. That's the other thing. In 2025, I need y'all to assess companies that don't fuck with us, because we give a lot of our money at the companies that do not rock with us, and we do it unconsciously. At least understand that you might have to do something. You might have to buy something. So be conscious about.
I would say openly don't bang with us, because I don't think any company really cares about us.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that correction.
But some are open and upfront about it, and it's like you still going to support someone that's open and upfront about it.
So
And
yeah, that's the
some make the
correction.
argument that companies ain't really here to care about us, right? It depends on how you see a company, right?
Well, there's some, but I'll take that correction, Jim. People who openly do not rock with us, don't rock with them. Don't give them your dollars. Don't give them your financial bullets.
Listen, man, the handshake ain't matching they smile, man. You know.
My man, appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. So
before we go, tell us one thing each one of y'all want to get accomplished in 2025.
All right, Corey, go ahead, bro.
I want to create something for our students in our camp that's more permanent. It wants not this summer, just the summer camp. I want to do something more permanent with our By the Hood camp. So that's my goal for 2025, to turn it from a summer camp into a full-time camp.
So like on the weekends, during the week?
Full-time.
Corey must got extra hours I ain't got.
What do you mean, Corey? What do you mean about full-time?
I mean, turn it into a school. Something. Oh,
we really talking. Now we talking heavy. Let's go.
Yeah, like I want to turn it into something where, because I teach all day. So yeah, I got time. If I got money, I got time. So I need to turn it into something that pays me to be, you know what I mean? Yeah, something that pays me to be where I need to be. You know what I mean? So that's the 2025 goal.
I like that. Talk heavy.
For me,
I got money.
For me, I guess that could be incorporated in kind of what I'm thinking. For me, it's really about the Black Wealth Rebels. Right? No, it's really about the Black Wealth Rebels. I want to build a true community. And what I mean by true community is I want to be able to, be transparent, share, help, serve the people. So I'm in a lot of different spaces where it's all about service. Side note, if anybody is in the Philadelphia area, I sit on the board of Inspiring Minds Philadelphia. And in March, we're having an event that's open free into the youth. It's about college prep, personal finance for teenagers, and also mental and physical health for the teenagers. So hit me up if you're interested in that event. It's March 8th on the University of Penn's campus. But even that's part of being community minded. Like Kamari just put on the screen, community minded only. So my big thing in 2025 is really just being of service in any way that I can. You know what I mean? I have a particular set of skills that I know that can help folks to achieve what they want to achieve. And that's kind of where I'm focused at. That's why I'm so adamant about people joining the village, because a lot of things that I want to share and do, I can't be doing on these public platforms like, the book or YouTube and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I want to keep it like real with our folks. And that's why I'm looking to build with people who are similar to me, man. So, y'all can, keep some of y'all friends where y'all keep them. Don't bring them back here. We want a real community of like-minded people that are looking to do the same things, which is why I tell people, like, I know a lot of people only care about the options plays. That's cool, but we're so much more than that. Kamari hit it on the nose. Black Wealth Rebels is culture. We know how to talk the money talk, right? Because this is the spaces that we work and operate in. We are all practitioners, whether that's education, real estate, taxes, Bitcoin. We practice this every day. This is the life we live. So we can have those conversations. As noted, if you go to the village, if you go to our Patreon and look at the catalog that we're already building up, and if you've been on a Sunday class, and if you see me share some of the stuff I've shared, you already know what that's hitting for. But it's really about the culture. So for me, everything I'm focused on is Black Wealth Rebels, to the point where, like, people was like, yo, so y'all join forces? I was like, yo, if you go to Buy the Hood right now, go to Buy the Hood website, it's going to take you to the Black Wealth Rebels. We are all in. And we are all in on building together. But this also taught me something about what needs to happen more in our community. There was a story that someone told me a while ago. It was a guy who was a banker at a high level. And he was trying to help this tire company, which was a Black-owned tire company. And they were making X amount of revenue. And within this actual space, there was only two Black-owned tire companies in this entire state. I think it was Carolina. And one of his suggestions, he was, was like, yo, he's a banker. He's like, yo, you guys should merge. And they never merged. And what happened was both businesses ended up going out of business. And the reason they didn't merge, he said, it kind of broke my heart. He said, because they got in an argument about who was going to be the CEO, who was going to be, kind of the COO. And the argument was never about the business. It was never about the money. It was never about whether they can work together. It was about a title. And I say that to say sometimes where we fail is we refuse to work together. So when we were having a conversation, because Kamari's always been our brother, like, yo, we're doing the same thing. Let's just work together. It just
but I mean, not to cut you, Jim. If you look at our pages on YouTube, I think I'm like one of the most people on their show. On the Finance Rebel show, ain't nothing but Jimmy on them joints. Corey don't like social as much as me and Jimmy, but Corey's got a blind share of space.
So we're already kind of doing it anyway, but it's like, yo, but I say that to say that if even people that are in our village, it might be someone you can build with, build a business with, like just network with. We gotta start working together. And a lot of times, like my sister Tracy always says that when people look at networking, and this is her bar, so I'm giving her just due. She says most people try to reach up all the time instead of reaching sideways. And that's part of the problem, because when you reach sideways, then you both can go up. So like really got to build with each other, man. We got to be like intentional about building with each other. So, I mean, that's the crazy part, man. Like I see Brandon said, nobody wants to be Pippen on a championship team. And that's the problem, right? Pippen got chips. Pippen's a legend in his own right.
And arguably, there's been a lot of NBA players that say Pippen is one of the most skillful players to ever play the game.
Probably the best all-around player, like in terms of defense, off of the whole nine. But
I mean, some people have said he's better than Jordan. I don't want to add a debate, but I'm just saying it's been said.
We're not going there.
I'm just telling you what people.
In the words of a track show on Jason's lyric, man, there's too many Chiefs and not enough Indians, right?
Correct. Correct.
Listen, man, we got to do better, man. We got to work with each other, man. So for me, 2025 is all about community, and it's all about village, and it's all about building with my folks, man. Like, and we got some very talented people who are already member. Like, I look at Dina's questions and comments. Dina's brilliant. JT Coins is brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Jamil's brilliant. GC is brilliant. Like the folks that are here.
Hold on, speaking of JT, let's give JT some love. Can you read that, Jimmy?
Dropping off my 2 cents in this hashtag power talk. Shout out to JT. And that's what I'm saying. We have some talented folks, so why wouldn't I want to build with folks who are talented, have their own skills and abilities that I may not possess, and help to grow as a person, man? Kamari said something earlier that, is true. You got to be a lifelong student, man. You got to be a lifelong student.
Shout out to Donnie.
Shout out to Donnie, man. I was just listening to the Whispers, Donnie Hathaway song, but I digress. Because I was getting ready to sing the bar, because
Jimmy was singing all night.
I'm the R&B guy, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to start an R&B show for the village, man, because all I do is listen to R&B. I'm the R&B guy, dog.
Not with those trash picks, though, but I digress.
Whoa, what are you talking about, the Whispers? Are you slandering the Whispers?
Hold on, let's not step on the people. Nicole says, I plan to sell my house and pay for a house out in Georgia. Then I want to invest.
Hold on, are you slandering the Whispers?
Never. Listen, the Whispers was my dad's favorite group. And I got stories of us taking road trips. And he whispered the hell out of me. So much so, I couldn't listen to the Whispers for like a year. But Keep On Loving Me is probably my favorite Whisper song. Keep on loving me. What you know about that, young boy? Hey, Scotty. Yeah. What's that mean?
Don't forget Walter and Scotty. That was my
Listen, I was able to figure out the difference between Walter and Scotty last summer when I went to see them live at the Dell. If y'all not from Philly, y'all won't understand what the Dell is, but the Dell has a lot of old school concerts there.
Yeah, I got to see them. I was slandering the Whispers on that concert because I'm like, yo, because they said this is our retirement, our last tour, right? And I'm like, y'all don't pull this. Like, I went to see the Whispers with my mother. That was my mother's favorite group. And that's
wow.
That was one of the things. That was one of the things that we bonded over in terms of music, right? So I'm a hip hop head, so my mom didn't really bang with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to like Heavy D back in the day, which is, but that's another story. But
the girls, they love me.
My mom loved Heavy D. Like a lot of parents love Heavy D because he was like, he was Heavy D.
He was clean.
He was clean, right? Yeah. So quick story. I got into trouble with my mom when I was a kid, right? I told my mom I wanted to go to the concert. So, there's only a couple clean acts back in the day, right? Heavy D was one, the other was Kid and Play. So let me tell you what I did, being slick. I told my mom that I wanted to go see the Kid and Play show. She was like, cool, I'll get you tickets. I'm going to take you. I was like, bet. So me and my godmother, shout out to Rel, we get tickets to the show. I didn't tell her they were the headliners. The headliners of the show were NWA. But but back in the day, hip hop acts used to tour, and they would have it was Kid and Play,
Hammer,
NWA, JJ Fad was on that joint. Too Short was on that tour. Like everybody would just go on tour together. It didn't matter, everybody had their own lane. So NWA came out. Boy, I think I was in trouble for months after that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So me and my mom.
Funny as hell.
True stories. All true stories, bro. But
crazy mother.
So one of the things we bonded over was our love of the Whispers. So she put me down because that was her thing. She played it in the house my entire childhood. So I ended up liking the music. Now the other part about that is, who was at that other show that dealt with him? You were there, so you should know.
I mean, it was live. Heatwave was there.
The one I'm talking about is the one they would market as their retirement tour, and it was with Frankie Beverly and Maze.
No, I wasn't at that one.
Okay, that was the last one that they did, and that's why I was like, damn, because I was like, yo, because he pulled it off too before, where Frankie Beverly kept going on his retirement tour. Every 3 years, Frankie Beverly would have a retirement tour. He'd get our money, and then be back in 3 years for another retirement tour.
But I don't think Frankie. Yeah, I think Lorraine was the only one that heard that. But I don't know that Frankie was trying to make it as a scam. Frankie was kind of older. He was up there. He's probably was.
He really was. He really was.
He's like, I'm tired. And then he was like, but he loved it so much. I can believe he like, you know what, I'm going to keep going.
Before my mom passed, the last show we went to, because that was our thing, R&B shows, we went to see Frankie Beverly. And the crazy part about that show is the boy that opened up for him absolutely left Earth was what's the main man? Kem. Kem opened up for him. Kem stole the show. I was like, yo, Kem left Earth on that joint. So shout to Kem.
He a bad dude.
Yeah, it's like artists may have a couple cuts, but then you see him live and be like, oh, okay, you different live. Like you okay with the tracks on the on the playlist, but a live show, yeah, Kem left the planet.
All right, so Jimmy, there's a question for you.
CT guy, go to blackwealthrebels.com. It is scrolling right below you now. If you go there, you can join the village. We have different tiers. We don't care what tier you join. Obviously, the folks that pay going to get a little bit more, but we appreciate everyone who joins the village, no matter what tier. When Kim got into that share, what's the joint? Share My Life. He left the planet, yo. All right, good point. Never thought of it that way. I was trying to read.
My bad.
Sideways resonant up with networking. I'm going to use hashtag. Listen, CT, I stole that one from our sister Tracy Powell. So shout to Tracy because she's the one that brought that to my attention. This is how you network. You network by going to the side. I was like, all right, Trace. Trace is another genius that's a member of our village.
We should be seeing Tracy more. Tracy and Courtney.
Yes, they're gonna pull up. Pass is in the building. He says, if your network doesn't look like a cross, reach up, reach down, and sideways, then you may be sacrificing your net worth. Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco.
I want to see Pass a batter loaded Lux. I think Pass might have a shot. Pass might have a shot at the beloved, man.
Absolutely.
You might be sacrificing. I don't think y'all caught the double entendre. Don't even ask how. If it doesn't look, never mind. Anyway.
All right, I think I missed a couple things. Give me a minute. All right, so we got JT. Thank you. Donnie Bryant. Got Nicole. Nobody wants to be Pippen on championship team, SMH.
I want to win a chip.
That's a bar right there.
Listen, I want to be Robert Ory, bro.
He's going to win all the chips.
All the chips.
Or Sam Cassell.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert Ory got 7 though.
Right.
Yeah,
but I was thinking about Sam because Sam was a rookie. I believe he played with Robert Ory that year.
Rockets, yes.
Yeah, I think they won like 3 in a row. Crazy.
2. That's 2. But now, but beyond that, though, Robert Ory went and won some with the Lakers. He went and won some with the Spurs. Right. He won with the Rockets.
Absolutely.
But you can get bucks like Milwaukee because, like Sam, you can sell. But
Yep. KB says Costco made a statement about seeing a continued need for support, equity, and inclusion. And that is for money's sake. It's been proven.
Because their shareholders told them to.
But that says a lot. They want that bread.
Costco is also one of the companies that takes care of their employees. They really, in the grand scheme of things, right? So obviously a company's a company, but when you look at how the benefits they give their employees, it's kind of dope.
Right. Yep. All right, your average logical thinker.
Happy New Year.
Over something, bro. Go back up.
Merry New Year.
To where? Where?
Where's this village that Jimmy?
Oh, we just told him. We already went through that.
We
We gave it to him. BlackWealthRebels.com. We told him.
But just for the people who missed it, who are in the back, where is it at? Where is it at? I just saw it.
Like Milwaukee, because like saying my.
All right, I'll find it. I'll see it. I'll see it somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Yep, Lorraine. So Lorraine caught that.
Oh, you had some slander or something? Come on, what you say? What you say, man?
It wasn't slander. It was saying that was what they said at the show. Straight out of Compton. Crazy.
Yes, they
Named Ice Cube.
My mom turned and looked at me and was like, "What? No, we leaving." I'm like, "Not yet. Hold up." You know what I mean? Like, and then the boys from South Philly and North Philly start to rumbling in the stands. I'm like, yeah.
Listen, they don't understand how serious that is. Oh man.
One boy got his chain snatched. It was wild back then. Kim is Detroit. Truth, Detroit. Yeah. This is his live show, bro. I got a whole new respect for him.
He gets busy.
Yeah. That Share My Life. He went to that joint though. He had the crowd going nuts.
Yo, I believe that.
Arms waving.
Man,
people, listen. People, look. You got grown men talking about. I'm like, oh, bro, easy.
Yeah, he you know,
easy.
Come on, what's someone that you saw live that you know you had a different respect for after seeing him live?
You already know my answer to this.
I know your answer for it. I don't want to respond to that because it's going to set me up. If I'm being honest, it's going to set me up for slander. And I don't
never mind.
I don't feel like being slandered. I don't feel like being slandered.
It's 2025, bro. Don't do it like this.
So listen, I don't like concerts. I don't like the crowds. And anytime I do a concert, I either want to be in box seats or backstage.
I'm not mad at that.
That's that suburb talk. Talk to him, Kamari. Talk that suburb
talk. I'm an introvert. That's what that is. It's not about suburbs. Stop it, Jimmy. But I saw Jay-Z in tours after he kicked R. Kelly off the tour. And that thing was something special.
That's not the question I asked. I was
asking. As you said, who was somebody I saw that I had a different respect for?
No. I'm talking about like from the standpoint of their music or their performance. Whereas like, okay, you may think they're one thing.
Yes. There was Jay-Z. And it was Jay-Z and Mary and everybody.
When I seen them at Powerhouse, that did give me a different respect for them. Because I was like, damn, they get busy. But that's not my answer. That is not my answer.
I know Corey's answer is Marsha Ambrosia. I know.
Yo, if you have not seen her live.
Corey been talking about the Marsha Ambrosia show for like a decade. I don't know what she did that night, but whatever she did.
No, not that night. I've seen Marsha Ambrosia's like 6 times, bro.
You've been following around ever since.
Let me say this. I'll say this. I was around during the Black Lily, and nobody knows what the Black Lily is. It was Neo Soul in Philly. Philly birthed Neo Soul. So I've seen Marsha Ambrosia, Floetry, Jill Scott, Jaguar Wright, Jasmine Sullivan when she was like 12 perform. All phenomenal. All like, I wish that could come back now. Probably never could come back now.
My favorite group from those days was Kindred. Oh man, I used to love Kendrick.
So Kendrick, I've seen them several times again at Black Lily.
Yes.
And phenomenal. And by the way, I think Kendrick.
I'm sorry, but
I think Kendrick's song, "All My People," is the Black Wealth anthem. In my personal opinion,
that is a great song. I gotta go re-listen to it.
I want all my people around me.
I gotta go listen to it.
I want all my people around me. Everybody living good. I want my people, my brothers and sisters, to eat. Listen to the lyrics. It's very powerful.
Okay. I gotta write this down. I got some homework.
Listen,
Far Away From Here is my favorite Kendrick song.
No, Far Away is fire.
Listen, Black on Both Sides is my 3rd favorite album of all time. It is.
What I tell you, Kamari? What I tell you?
No, listen. The Infamous will always be my favorite album because at the time, and then after that is damn, I'm blowing a break. But anyway, they all came out at the same time because damn, what's the one that never come to the shows?
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn
Hill. Oh. It's Lauryn Hill's album, and then it's Black on Both Sides. And the crazy part is most people think because it got so many bangers on there, like, you know, I could pick one of Tini's. Umi Says is my favorite song on that album, bro. because of the hook.
Well, the reason Kamari is laughing is we were at dinner, right? And he said,
wait a minute. Let me. So Corey, I don't know if you're in the hip hop group. If not, you need to be. But I say Umi Says is one of the greatest hip hop songs ever created.
It is,
and they hate me for that.
It's my favorite song on a top 10 hip hop album of all time.
Now, real quick though, the reason people hate on Kamari is because people say it's kind of the same slander they give the Lauryn Hill album, that it's not hip hop, right? Now, it depends upon how you look at hip hop, right?
Correct.
Hip hop is how you live. Rap is what you do. Listen, correct. But Corey, he was laughing because when we were at dinner last weekend, he said something slanderous about the album. I forgot what he said. I was Most Def or whatever. I said, you better be lucky. When you said something, it was you or Tyrone, one of y'all. But I said, you better be lucky Corey's not here. I said, because Corey, the infamous and Black on Both Sides.
No, so let me help you out,
Jim. I told him that. And it's funny because now you come here and say it.
Corey, don't say that, Jim. I'm going to help you out. That's not what I said.
What you said?
I said, slept on De La Soul. And he said, you're lucky.
Oh, that was it. Stakes is High is the one. I said, that's one of Corey's favorite albums.
Stakes is High is one of my top 5 favorite albums. It might not be a top 5 hip hop album of all time, but it's one of my favorite top 5 hip hop albums.
That's what I told him. That's what you're right, Kamari. That was it.
I agree. And I said the Stakes is High, but I was talking about Potholes in My Lawn. I didn't rock with Potholes in My Lawn.
That's not on the Stakes is High album.
I know, but that's where it went.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
With his De La slander. But anyway.
Now tell him why you was about to do that. Come on, Jimmy, go ahead.
Kamari doesn't want to admit he cried at the Prince concert like the rest of us. What song made you cry, Kamari? What song was it?
Listen, man, I was like Prince by the jump of the Lake of Minnetonka.
Listen, the greatest concert I've ever been to, I went to in 2024.
2024, wow.
2024, the greatest concert I've ever seen. Stevie Wonder, dog. Stevie is in a class by himself, and I don't even feel right calling it because it was more like a spiritual journey. It wasn't a concert. Stevie is in a class by himself, so we're gonna put Stevie over here, and that's why I'm not even gonna say it's the best concert because that was like there was a spiritual.
It was like a revival.
Yes, Stevie is a national treasure. Like Stevie might be one of the only celebrities that when he closes his eyes, I'm gonna feel it. Pause, because Stevie is he's proof of a higher power, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I went to see Stevie in 2024 in Chicago, and it was phenomenal. Okay. Costco's, Trader Joe's, and Wegmans have good benefits. Texas Roadhouse will at least take care of putting you in a box.
I don't know. I mean, listen, player-wise, I'd much rather be Scotty. Now, though, Scotty is getting that work because of his ex-wife. The streets have no chill.
It says, to be honest, I'd rather be Scottie Pippen than Vernon Maxwell. I knew Vernon Maxwell was a different breed.
Yes, he is.
When I ran into Vernon Maxwell on Dollar Night at Studio 37,
he's a Philly legend, bro.
I was like, hold on,
Vernon Maxwell is a legend, bro.
He was in Studio 37 on Dollar Night.
Now, Jim, give him context.
With a Ram Squad jacket on.
Give them
and I'm
context.
like, hold on. I'm like, Jim, I shouldn't even be in here, to be honest with you. So why are you here?
Give them context.
To simplify it, we were in District 12 with the undesirable. Studio 37.
Factuals.
Studio 37 is in the hood.
That's it. No, we're not talking about in the hood. That joint is dead in the middle of the hood with nobody. Listen, all right, you know where they had the Rocky movie and they had where the cheesesteaks at? It's across the street from there. But in real life, that's not some place you really want to be walking around, especially at nighttime.
Stay with me. Listen, Kanye Rose, I believe her name is dope. She's super dope.
Let me tell you my Studio 37 story. So I was there. I was at Studio 37. And I only went there because Trina was there.
She's the baddest chick.
Yo, when I tell you she walked in with a harem of 20 chicks, it was absolute chaos in that joint. And I had bought a section because Trina bought a section, and I wanted to be right next to Trina. So I'm right there in the section, and we got bottles and all. We got, you got stuff that people in sections have. And so we got bottles, and Trina and her squad got bottles. And one of my homies tried to reach up Trina's skirt and to tell you the absolute chaos that ensued after that, where we got put out of Studio 37 with all the baddies in there, was absolutely crazy, bro.
Mark was really good. Hey, Mark, I was just having a conversation. You came up with a conversation today, Mark. I was talking to Chandler. Mark is a developer and a realtor, and he got a property that he just finished too. So shout to Mark. He got that's a black man that own a commercial space. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta give Mark his flowers, man. Give Mark his flowers. Shout to Mark.
Yes, indeed. Oh man, I got a lot of Studio 37 stories. I threw a bachelor party in Studio 37.
Whoa.
And I'll just say this. I probably, by all my homie standards, have the best bachelor party ever because of who was there. And I can't think of her name.
Pinky?
It wasn't Pinky.
It wasn't the best thing. I mean.
Nah. When I figure out the name, you'll be like, yeah.
Pinky now, but if you were back in the 90s, it was a different Pinky. Like,
absolutely different person.
Yeah, Cherokee and Pinky were different. Cherokee still fire, but you got me on the side meshing right now. Let me chill. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Money on Both Sides are probably my most replayed albums. I was looking at you know how to give you your year in review in terms of music.
Yep.
And I had a realization, man. Like, so I always tell people that the Illmatic, right, is my favorite rap album of all time. But for some reason, Nas' second album, right, is always in my top every year.
Because it's not better than the other album, but it got a bunch of bangers on it.
And I was like, hold up, it's weird because the data's, I'm a data guy. The data's telling me something that, my heart's telling me one thing, but the data's telling me something else. And by the way, getting back to the original conversation, I see Joe is looking bad in the seat. Kamari, the original conversation, what I was getting ready to say, I didn't think you were going to say Jay-Z. I mean, although now that you said it, you're a Jay-Z stan, so I get it. I thought you were going to say Eric Roberson, right? Because, it
was a great concert.
Huh?
It was a great concert.
Because me and Kamari have been having this Eric Roberson debate. And I think Eric Roberson is amazing. He's phenomenal. He's a legend. I'm not slandering him. But I have my favorite, I guess for lack of a better term.
But you ain't seen him live yet.
All right, so hear me out though, right? So that was another debate we always have. Eric Roberson. I love Paul's PJ Morton. I think PJ Morton is the most incredible artist now. Right?
Yo, the comments are wild.
They are. They be wild. So now, Corey, so here's a new thing, right? Me and Kamari, we made a bet. Like, whoever comes to Philly next in 2025, whether it's PJ Morton or Eric Roberson, we all got to go.
Yep.
We all got to go to the show. And if we see them both, then we can have our debate after we see them both live.
I'm sorry, who was the other person in Eric Roberson?
Eric Roberson and PJ Morton.
Oh, see, JT Coin's got a good ear.
Both of them are fire.
No, both are fire. No, but that's the thing, though. And that's the other thing, right? You got to understand, we can debate one being our favorite or better than the other without thinking the other one's trash. It's like, I'm not calling nobody trash.
No. We not. There will be no PJ Morton or Eric Roberson.
No slander to either one. They're both the gods. But I just, listen, PJ Morton, dog, like.
You got like this, like, he's like a super being. Because, like, you said his eye, like, he might be the best young boy. And I'm like, whoa, easy. Slow up. Like, yeah. I'm gonna tell you like this. I like Snoop Youngboy October
London. Yep.
Now
it's funny. I brought up his name, and they slandered him.
No, we didn't slander him.
All right, but hold that one thought for me, Jimmy. I want to show folks something real quick. But hold that thought. Go ahead.
To try to, like, when we network up, and it really is about networking across, like, who's next to you, who's struggling, who's in the trenches with you, who's just as hungry as you are, and those are the people that you need to build with. It's not about, like, finding, hitting up, like, calling Tyler Perry, like, how can I work with you, calling Ava to be like, how can I be on? It's about calling your college mate. It's about calling your coworker and saying, hey, you trying to do this? I'm trying to do this project. And literally every project that I've done, every friend of mine has been in some way, shape, or form because I needed them, because they were just down. They didn't, they're not even part of the industry in many cases, just to help me make it work. And I would do the same for them in a heartbeat. It's just about, I guess, passion and hunger. In creating the first episode of ABG, of Awkward Black Girl, like, I had to pull so many resources together, and I had to hit up, a couple of random people just to try to put this story together. And then even in the brokenness of not having an editor and editing it myself, trying to tell the story because I couldn't afford to get this shot that I wanted or go to this location that I wanted, and piecing that together, there's so much creativity in brokenness. Like, brokenness will have you making it work. And
so I just wanted to share that because I think that is so powerful. Don't let not having money be an excuse for you not getting something done. You got to be creative, y'all. Got to be creative.
She listened to the show. She heard Tracy say that, by the way. And then second of all, I just want to share that clip because it's from your ascot homie.
Oh man! So I got another one, but go ahead.
Hopefully it's not from your ascot homie. But anyway,
no, ascot homie is fire. Listen, he does journalism, black journalism, a good dude. But go ahead.
So does Dr. Umar. Anyway, listen.
That is not journalism. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But listen, it's still Black Queens forever, all right? But that is not journalism, all right?
I'm messing with you,
Jeez Louise.
But anyway, no, the conversation was just Corey. So now when they come to the town, we taking the whole squad out. We're gonna go see both of them, and then we're going to come back and have a debate. Because
Jum's paying for dinner.
I mean, listen, I don't have no problem paying for dinner, bro. I'm not, when it comes to the family, I mean, we could do that, man. Like, we can get together this weekend. You want to go get a steak at my spot, man? You know what I'm saying?
Now we got to do black home.
That's my
Black
spot. My
queens
spot.
forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Just wanted to make sure we get our quota. All right, what's your spot? What's your spot?
The Breakfast Boutique.
Oh,
excuse me.
Okay.
The falls. It's really your spot. I know you part owner.
Listen, we can share. It's all about supporting and promoting black-owned businesses.
I go around and get the steak and eggs every weekend, man. But at any rate, listen to this though, Corey. Me and Kamari were talking. We don't know of any black-owned steakhouses, so we were thinking about we need to pull our resources and work on creating our own black-owned steakhouse. And even if we don't get a lot of patrons, if nothing but for us to hang out in our own black-owned steakhouse. Yeah, so that's one of our long-term goals. The Black Wealth Rebel Steakhouse, man.
Damn, we gotta have a crazy name for it too. Damn, listen, we gotta work on that. That's gotta be our goal. That's gotta be our goal.
A steakhouse, man. We want a steakhouse with a podcast studio above, man. But the floor is gonna have the steakhouse, man. We gonna hang out. You know what I'm saying? With the finest New York strips. You know what I'm saying? Ribeyes and talk trash with the village. But I digress.
Hey, Allison, how you doing? So Allison says, good evening, gentlemen. Kamari, I'm sorry to hear of the passing of your father. My sympathies to you and the family. I appreciate you, Allison. Allison, I haven't seen you in a while, so welcome. All right, so Anthony says, facts, I don't want to be on the mountaintop by myself. I'd rather be on the top floor with my people.
These are the facts. Because if you're on the top by yourself, guess what happens? What everybody below you is doing? They plotting on you.
All the facts. The plotting is crazy.
Yes,
it's funny. I was listening to Corey. I was thinking about you the other day, Pauls. I was listening to the Infamous, and I'm like, some of these bars on here is just absolutely wild, right? Your man said no matter how much loot he get, he's staying in the projects. That's the wildest thing I've ever heard in my life, bro.
Yeah, that is.
I was like, yo, he's wilding right now.
Listen, then he says forever.
Forever. Yeah.
That was the next word that came out of his mouth. Forever.
No, Steve, I do medium, dog. I don't do medium.
Jimmy, read the comment, though. Read the comment.
Steve says, y'all about to ruin a lot of good steaks. Everyone going to be ordering well done. No. No well done, dog. I'll do medium.
What are you talking about, bro?
Now, you know why he says that, right?
I know why he said it, though. But
say it because, listen, by the way, these shows are going to be recorded and dropped on our audio only, so you got to give them context, Jim.
All right, so here's the other part about that. By the way, there's a historical significance in that I learned myself. Like, there's a sister that does. Like,
I sent you a joint.
That was Corey. Somebody sent it to me, Corey.
I sent you an inbox.
Yeah, Corey sent it to me, and the chick broke down the historical significance of why a lot of our folks like well done steaks, and it goes back. It goes back to slavery, right? It's a whole way she tied it in. Like it really goes back to slavery. So,
Can you send me
Steve,
that?
yeah, I'll make sure you got it. But Steve, by the way, Steve.
Send it to me now.
I mean, let me see if I can find it right now. But I'm gonna tell Steve. I'm gonna send Steve a shout out real quick because Steve wasn't here earlier. Steve, I gave you a long drawn shout out earlier. I gave you and Jamil a shout out, but you came late. Pause. So now I see you're here, Steve. I want to give you your flowers again because I got it. We're gonna try it and rate it 1 through 10. So
is that Keith Lee slander?
No, listen, it's nothing but love for Keith Lee over here, dog. We don't stand with Keith Lee.
Oh man, listen, I love Keith Lee.
Although I watch more Chime Time, I'm still a fan of Keith Lee. But with that being said, though, I got the book. Steve, rather. I'm sorry, Steve. I got the book. He got me saying Keith Lee. I got the book. I started it. I'm a couple of chapters down. I do like it so far. You know what I'm saying? I still want to buy more Bitcoin, but I really am enjoying this book and the perspective, and I like the way this guy tells a story. So, Steve, thank you for the recommendation. We always come on here and give book recommendations. So when you guys give me a good book that I never heard of, never read, it's always powerful. And Steve, I want to give you your flowers, man. I appreciate you, good brother. I'm gonna see if I can find that for you, Kamari, so we can play before we get out of here. Dude sound like Barry White. See, you done made his night.
Show you right.
Here we go.
Show you right.
Here we go.
Yeah. All right, but I want to play this clip real quick, y'all.
Telling me this and telling me
the
that.
alpha male, myth or mandate. The alpha male concept originated from the studies of wolf behavior. Ethologists, experts in animal behavior, studied hierarchies within wolf packs and labeled the dominant ones alphas. But unfortunately, as a result, masses of men believe that displaying animalistic behavior is the only way for a human male to lead, unaware that the alpha wolf theory has since been debunked. Yet still today, if a man demonstrates self-regulatory skills or shows support and kindness, he's labeled a beta, as if compassion and self-control or cooperation were somehow lesser traits. In my new book, The Man the Moment Demands, I share how the so-called alpha male mindset is often just a defense mechanism, emotional armor to hide personal insecurities, childhood abuse, or unresolved trauma. Even wildlife biologists have widely abandoned the term alpha because research has shown that most wolf packs are family units led by a breeding pair. So essentially, the alpha isn't a lone male wolf, but a male and female leading a family unit together. Let that sink in. Men, it's time to drop the alpha male label so that we can evolve past this outdated myth and gain a deeper understanding of who we really are. Comprehensive men.
Shout out to Jason Wilson. Listen, I'm tired of the alpha male conversation, so I had to share that. Sorry.
He does great work, man. Salute to him. I gotta get that book now.
Yep. Yes, he does. And that is our book mentioned today, right? Did we mention any other books?
We mentioned this book here, which was recommended by Steve, and we recommended this book, which, according to the streets, can only be compared to the Quran and the Bible, which is only the time and space. But so those are the book recommendations. Kamari, I sent you a inbox, the WhatsApp joint with the video about the well done steak. If you want to, end with that, because we're gonna get out of here soon. But before we end, we do gotta get our giveaway. But I just wanted you to see this video. If you can get it over here to the, you know what I'm saying?
I can. Don't worry.
Oh, CT guy, that was you. I thought it was Steve. You know what? Steve, salute to you anyway. CT guy, I apologize. I don't remember who it was, but CT guy, thank you for that. So you got to get your flowers too then. You know what I mean? Like, look, it's all love. I'm old and wise, so I couldn't remember. I don't know why I thought it was Steve, but Steve, he said he need a cough drop.
The slander. He must be at home.
CT guy, here's your flowers. If you're the one that recommended this book, just know that I'm enjoying the book thus far. I'll probably be done by next week. And Jamil, thank you for showing me where to find it, and in the undergrounds of the internet. So, CT guy, I apologize.
Now, JT, I can't sing. I mean, you keep telling me this and telling me that, but no, I can't sing.
Telling me this and telling me that. Go ahead, Kamari.
Yeah, see, Jimmy got 8 octaves. Pause.
8 octaves, baby. 8 octaves. There I am, baby. All right. Oh, Steve found the site. So it was Steve that found the site. I don't know why I thought it was Jamil, so I gave Jamil props. But whoever found the site, thank you. So that was Steve.
You got it all jacked up. CT,
I gave you the why? I'm gonna tell you why, Cora, because Jamil be on the
he be
on the internet. So I assumed that it was Jamil who found it, but it was Steve who found the book and CT who recommended it. So salute to Jamil anyway. Salute to all 3 of y'all. Yeah, all 3 of y'all.
All three of you.
Oh man. All right, so we have our Bitcoin giveaway coming up real soon. What is the hashtag?
Let's see. What do we talk about today? Everything. Do's and
Talk about
don'ts.
everything.
Do's and don'ts, man. And then in our do's and don'ts, we talked about a lot of stuff in our do's and don'ts. We talked about some R&B. We talked about loving on each other for 2025 as far as, you know what I mean? Like, love on the people, stop being like, people be out here on some sucker stuff, bro. Like, stop trying to follow behind people who don't
what did Kamari say when he was giving his sermon? It was something he said that was because Kamari was
we follow our enemy.
Yeah. Letting our enemy teach us. Like, I can't make that a thing. You ain't gonna call it that. So Anthony wants to name the hashtag Pinky.
Mark, I think you missed it. The male and the female needed together, brother.
Oh man.
NWA. Or the whispers.
NWA. Hashtag Black Queens Forever.
How about the whispers?
Hashtag Steakhouse.
Yo, yeah, man. If that was your pop favorite group, let's do whispers, man.
And Jimmy's mom's favorite group.
Yes, and honestly, probably my favorite group, my favorite whisper song is Chocolate Girl. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the Chocolate Girl. So
I can't be mad at that.
Listen, man,
my favorite whisper song is "I'll Keep On Loving You."
All right, it's the Chocolate Girl, or Are You Going My Way? You know what I'm saying, Lady.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I like the up tempo.
I'm going to make you my wife. Like the Whispers ballad game is second to nobody.
Absolutely insane. What's crazy is
but that's why they're one of the GOAT groups, because again, a lot of groups can make ballads but can't do up tempo, and then you got the other side where groups can do up tempo but can't do ballads. They are great at both, right?
Yeah, they are.
Are You Going My Way? Another ballad, Man,
Lost and Turned Out is crazy.
Olivia.
They told the story of that, and I was like, wow, it's a real story. Wow.
Absolutely. Olivia.
Look at Jamel starting stuff.
There we go.
I think that's it. Drew Hill. I think it's Drew Hill.
I like the Whispers better, but I will do Drew Hill, man.
All right, let's see what the people say. Y'all want it to be the Whispers or Drew Hill?
Drew Hill. Whispers.
Hashtag well done. Or something else, man. Just throw some out. We got a couple of them. We got Black Queens Forever, well done, Drew Hill. The whole alpha male term
comes from your central. Thank you. Yes, sister. Preach.
That's our sister. That's our central sister.
I ain't want to say that, but she's right.
254. Let's get it.
Forever.
Black Queens Forever.
We already had Black Queens.
Hashtag Whispers. We got it. Hashtag Whispers. We rolling with the Whispers today, man. We going to salute Walter and Scotty, man.
Hey, Scotty. Yeah. What's that mean?
Yeah, man.
Let's see.
And they did it with bad mustaches for their whole career.
No. Stop. They was rocking in the 70s. Those were in style.
At some point, how stylistic it was. They couldn't get rid of them though.
Crazy.
I'm telling you, they got the up tempo snaps too, and we begin to rock steady.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't know why that song was. I do know why I stuck in my head, because it was something my grandmother loved that song.
It's a good song.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, she was a Whispers fan. That wasn't her favorite group, but she was definitely a Whispers fan. So you know what I mean?
and the beat goes on. You know what I mean? Like they got all the up tempo.
They up tempo game was crazy, bro.
LA Try Guy for food reviews. Let me see if I've seen him before. Let me see LA Try Guy. I watch a lot of food reviewers, man. So
do I.
Kamari, did you get the joint about the steak I sent you?
I did. I got it. We're gonna end on that.
Yeah, we're gonna end on that. All right, that's what's up. LA Try Guy.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to.
That'll tell you what. See, this is why I don't go on TikTok because I got my IG proved to look for stuff like that, and I don't even want to get messed up with all of the TikTok madness.
Yo,
so Jill was trying to get me to watch something on TikTok today, and I was like, bro, that's never going to happen. I'm not never putting TikTok on my phone.
No, listen, it was an Umar clip, but the stuff he was saying was almost sounded word for word like what you wrote in the book. And that's why I was like, yo, Akeem must have read the book. He was talking about the church and how the church like steals time from our folks. Like literally, like no, but you wrote about that years ago.
I did.
But this is what I'm saying. This was literally his words. He said the black church steals time from our people. I was like, damn, like anyway, but go ahead, Kamari. I know Kamari's over there working. He's like mad,
No, listen, Jimmy, you wasn't here. But Lorraine got in my inbox crazy and was like, Kamari, stop messing up the giveaways. Told me how to bookmark and everything. So I'm trying to do her justice. I'm trying to do her justice.
Lorraine, I appreciate you.
Salutations,
Lorraine.
See, Lorraine, I figured you would like that.
Lorraine been rocking with us for a while. Listen, Lorraine been giving me content, man. And by the way, I gotta set my content up because Kamari been going crazy right now with the tax content. So
not really.
I feel like he's challenging me and whatnot.
Nah, you gotta pop it though. You are the Bitcoin king. You are the Bitcoin king.
Well, if y'all ain't seen my last episode of Stack Stats, please watch it because I feel like that's my best work so far. I gave a whole PowerPoint presentation on the Lightning Network, and I feel like, I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel like I went off on there. You know what I'm saying?
We should have watched some of that today. Maybe we'll do that over the weekend.
I feel like I went nuts. I went crazy. Dog. I was. Anyway, I'm sorry. I digress.
You're fine. You're fine.
All right, man. Do not mess this up. I do not want Lorraine cussing you out. So make sure you're doing what you got to do.
Actually, you would probably enjoy Lorraine cussing me out.
I didn't hear Uncle Murder's joint yet. The only reason I heard Skills is because Skills dropped his like 2 days before. So
hold on. We should mention Uncle Murder, right?
Me and you have went through this before, and I was
like,
very
that's like the most disrespectful thing ever. That's not hip hop. That's foolery.
No, it's not.
Sorry.
It's crazy.
It is.
Crazy. So when hip hop artists were taking R&B jams and making them their own, that's not especially
their whole song. By the way, they got paid for it too. Well,
are you kidding me?
Sometimes, not always.
That's literally when Diddy, I can't mention his name now, but when he came to the table,
that's right, no Diddy.
He literally said, y'all be taking parts of songs. I'm taking the whole song. It's already a jam. That's how I'm gonna make hit records, right? So he took whole songs. Like he didn't sample pieces of it like the Bomb Squad. He took whole songs. I say all that to say, what Uncle Murder did is hip hop.
That is not hip hop. He stole the song. He didn't sample it. He didn't use it.
Jacking for beats hip hop?
No. How are you even comparing this? I'm checking your hip hop.
I know this. And now we're gonna keep it honest though. I like Uncle Murder's better. And listen, I'm a Skills fan from way back.
You can't be a Skills fan saying that bullshit. You can't be.
Yes, I can.
No, Uncle Murder's is way more ghetto. Ain't nothing classic. It ain't nothing good about Uncle Murder's thing.
Come on.
Like, I think that's like.
You hear this guy? You hear this uppity Negro say he's.
That is not uppity Negro. I'm standing up for the righteous.
I mean, listen, man. Everybody's doing the end of year rap. The chick that was on Wild and Out do one too. Christina, whatever.
Uncle Murder is ghetto. No. That was wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong, dog. That's wrong. No, that's wrong, man.
He's
straight stolen joint.
Yeah, well, listen, make something better.
Oh, okay. So you for theft? Okay, I got it.
I'm not for theft. I'm for inspiration. He said where he got it.
You sound like the oppressor right now.
No,
they stole it, so I'ma steal it too.
No, I don't.
All right, so we got the Whispers, hashtag the Whispers as our hashtag. And what are they winning today, Jim?
His is ghetto. All right, they're gonna get $25 in Bitcoin. Pierre, I don't know if Pierre's here, man. I still need to hear about you from last week. If that's you,
It still rocks. Yeah.
I don't know if Still Rocks is here, but Still Rocks won last week, and I don't know if that's you that I got the message from. So if it is you, you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna tell you right now, what $25 is in Satoshis, and this very second, 25,542 Satoshis. It's crazy.
That was a never mind. I don't mess with Uncle Murder. I don't like Boy Evil, but I ain't gonna get.
I don't like any of his songs but the wrap up.
Oh, that's crazy.
Tell Farida to fix the spelling on hers. Farida James. Tell her to
Yes, because Farida, you will not get in. Hold on.
You gotta fix the spelling on yours, Farida.
Keep on loving me.
All right, we got 6 entries as of right now. We got about 35 people. Y'all want these coins?
My dream.
We got 7. Make sure to like, comment, and share.
And go listen to Chocolate Girl, man. Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never.
Chaos.
All right, there we go. Now, there we go. You want to show the clip before we get out of here? Come on, you gonna wait till after the giveaway?
Y'all call it. What y'all want?
Play it now.
Yes, sir.
So many Black people cook their steak well done. While I personally prefer mine medium or medium well, there are a significant number of Black people who don't want to see any pink in the middle. Why? For Black Americans in particular, this can be traced back to slavery. Enslaved people were often given discarded scraps or less desirable parts of animals that were tougher, chewier, and less safe for consumption. So they turned to their roots. West Africans were already accustomed to slow cooking and braising meats, open flame cooking, smoking meats. So they used those cultural cooking techniques on the scraps they were rationed to ensure the food was tender, fully cooked, and safe to eat. So all meats, whether it was beef or chicken or pork, were cooked well done. Then after emancipation during Jim Crow, food suppliers would sell Black grocers and butchers close to expired meats. And thanks to segregation, these were largely Black people's only shopping options. So once again, they were forced to heavily cook their foods in order to safely eat them. As a result, cooking meats to well done became the default in many Black American households. Over time, through migration and integration, Black Americans gained access to higher quality foods, experimented with new cooking techniques, and today we enjoy steaks at all levels of doneness. But cooking our meats well done was a form of resilience and survival.
Shout out to that sister with that cultural nugget, with that historical nugget, because, again, it was about survival and not getting sick.
Yeah.
That was dope. I almost want to watch that again.
Listen, man, I still like my steak medium though, but I get that's
fine. That is fine.
Hey y'all, by the way, we trying to come together one day and buy a steakhouse. Not right now because we got other things in the works, but we need a fire name for the steakhouse.
Steak and eggs.
I said we call it T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape.
that song, those songs didn't age well, bro. So I'm going to say no.
The Crispus Attic Steakhouse.
I mean,
Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey Steakhouse.
Yo, you are a troll. You are an absolute troll.
Yo,
you are an absolute troll, bro.
FDMG Steakhouse.
I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna say it. So before everybody, you ain't shit, bro.
Why?
You my bro.
So listen, for everybody in the audience, they don't understand how much Dr. Umar is throwing at us by way of Jimmy Williams. He inundates us with Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never.
Because that one saying to me is amazing. Like it's his greatest contribution to culture is that one saying. I think it's funny. I mean, that's how I feel, but it is what it is. But the FDMG Steakhouse is next level shade and hilarious.
It's not shade. No. But it's not shade because I actually love that name. I love that name.
Black
That's
queens
another part.
forever,
PMG
snow
Steakhouse is
bunnies never.
hilarious.
I
That's
said
never
black
good.
queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever,
Oh, man.
snow bunnies never.
But I think Anthony's on to something.
Black Queen Steakhouse.
That is fire.
I ain't mad at that.
Mark says Umar will be the host.
I ain't mad at that. Black Queen Steakhouse, man. Let's talk about this though, Kumar. Who is a legend from our community in the culinary industry?
There's a brother in Philly from Hound Hog. There's a brother in Philly from Hound Hog. His name is Omar something. He's got a store in West Philly. I had to look up his name.
I thought you was about to say Chef Millie.
I want to say Omar Tate. But he's if anybody's seen High on the Hog, the Netflix documentary about black food, he's in there. He's in there.
I was thinking about an ancestor, but okay.
Okay, what's the ancestor?
Maybe someone could look this up or tell me. Maybe you already know it. G Garvin is a legend, by the way.
Somebody got to check his resume.
Oh, I don't know. What's up with G Garvin, yo? Something I don't know about? You a bunny hopper?
No, but yeah.
Oh no.
I like this one right here.
Harriet Tubman Rose and Leon Sullivan Green.
I was with you.
Yo,
I'm with that too.
What's the ancestor that created mac and cheese? Somebody look that up for me.
He was down with Thomas Jefferson too.
Yeah, he was his cook. One of his people worked in his kitchen, but he created mac and cheese.
But this would be a fire name too. Jim Brown would be a fire name too, but some people might not get that.
You know, Steve, that is one of his greatest clips, and it's the way he ends it. For good, I can't psychologize all this. He said some of them got to go. For good, but anyway, somebody give me that answer, man. And after that, we can do our giveaway. I just want to know who is the brother that worked for Thomas Jefferson that came up with mac and cheese, man. We got to honor that brother, man. I love when
James Hemmings.
All right, so Hemmings Steakhouse, man. There we go. Hemmings Steakhouse. And it's in honor of James Hemmings, man. We're going to honor the ancestors, man. I love when I learn new things about people that I didn't know.
Was that Sally's people?
I believe might be. Yeah, I think so. I think
yes, he was. Let me pull this up on the screen. I just did a quick Google search.
Like for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Like when they put the statue in front of City Hall of the brother who was an educator, his name was Cato or something like that. I wasn't familiar with his body of work, and I went and looked it up, and I was like, "Holy!"
It's amazing. The man died getting us to vote.
I was like, "Holy smokes!" I was like, so I love learning new things about ancestors. I think that a lot of people don't know about James Hemmings, and I think that would be dope as a way to honor,
So he was the older brother of Sally Hemings.
So here's the thing, though. We have a steakhouse, Kamari, called the Hemmings Steakhouse. One thing that gotta be on point, we gotta have fire mac and cheese. Because
because you will get killed.
if not,
they will assassinate us.
If not, it's gonna be problematic.
On the spot.
We honoring the founder, man. Yeah. So he was the brother. Shout out to James Hemmings, man. Rest in power to the ancestor, man.
Yes, indeed.
So nobody steal our idea. We brainstorming live on the air, man. Hemmings Steakhouse coming in, 2030.
2035.
No, man, we're gonna pull it off before then, pause. Like we gonna make it happen, man. I'm not commenting on that, man. I'm not commenting
because y'all be taking my stuff out of context, so I don't feel like
I'm leaving that out. I'm out of there. I'm not messing with that at all. I will say this: I gave my donation and I didn't ask for it back.
So did I. Hey, listen, man, I got something new to put on my vision board, man. The Hemmings Steakhouse, man, it's coming, man. Hemmings Steakhouse.
Good man.
All right, y'all.
All right, we got 19 people that commented #whispers.
Good luck to everybody. Remember, change that at the bottom of the screen. Put the email address there, Kamari, if you can. If you win, the way we're now doing it, because we transitioned with the Black Wealth Rebels now, is you send an email to blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. That is blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. Send an email, say, yo, I won. I'm gonna verify as you because that's what I'm waiting to do with Pierre from last week. Because but anyway, verify that it was you, and you will get your Bitcoin this evening. Now, real quick, something else I got to put out there. Cash App has already blocked my ability to send the sats via your cash tag. So what you have to do is this. You go into your Cash App, right? When you send the email, go into your Cash App, click Bitcoin. Matter of fact, I'm going to walk through and tell you the exact steps to do so you can get paid right away. All right, you go into your Cash App, go to the bottom left where you see your money, click the money. You click Bitcoin, right? It'll say buy, sell, and then it'll have another little button there that has the up arrow and a down arrow. Hit the up arrow and down arrow. That's how you receive. Hit receive. It's going to give you a QR code like this, right? When you get the QR code, tap the QR code. It'll say Bitcoin Network or it'll say Lightning Network. I want to send it via the Lightning Network. And the reason I want to send it via the Lightning Network is because it's fast. It gets to you in 2 seconds. It's cheap. And if you don't understand how the Lightning Network works, watch the latest episodes of Stack Sats or Die Trying because I break down the Lightning Network. But that's how you do it. Grab your Lightning Network, hit the copy button, send that to me. You'll get paid ASAP. And if you have any questions again about how to do that, put it in the email. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm slow. Whatever you say.
Hey, Jimmy, let's do a live demonstration. Just send me a whole Bitcoin through Cash App and I'll send it
I
back.
won't do that. Steve, I wouldn't be able to do that anyway, though, because any full Bitcoin I have is on cold storage. That's if I had any full Bitcoins because I lost them all in a boating accident. Steve got the Strike app and Cash App. So, Steve, if you got Strike, right, and you win, Strike makes it even easier. It'll be whatever your Strike name is at strike.me. You can send me that as well. So if you use Strike, for those that use Strike, and if you don't use Strike, watch the latest episode of Stack Sats or Die Trying, right? In the actual thing, it shows you how to set up a Strike account. Strike to me is one of the best Lightning platforms there is. So Steve, you go to Strike, you can get your email address. They put it in the email form. But I digress. Bottom line is, let's get it popping. Let's do this giveaway. If you win, you need help, hit me up. I'm going to help you anyway because that's what we're here for in 2025. You know what I'm saying? Look at Kamari trying to steal the show. He trying to throw us, trying to make us Vernon Maxwell, man, while he be Jordan over there.
Yeah, I don't want to be Jordan. I'll be Scotty any day.
Everybody
Listen, we got a homie that says ain't nobody here to see you, Otis, because they wanted to be.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
But they wanted to be, what is his name?
David Ruffin.
David Ruffin, thank you. He wanted to be David Ruffin. But I think Otis was the glue. Otis was the most valuable part.
Look, so Jamil says James Hemmings actually came up with French fries, whipped cream, ice cream, creme brulee, and
wait a minute, creme brulee is for a black man?
I gotta do some further research on this James Hemmings. James Hemmings was that guy.
My fat boy status is in trouble. All right, so real quick, before we get to the giveaway, just want to thank everybody that gave a super chat. Listen, as Jimmy always says, we put this money right back out in the streets. So thank you to Brandon, thank you to Cedric, thank you to Dina, and thank you to JT Coins. I think JT won a couple of times too. So his return on investment is up there.
Crazy.
Listen, man. Let's get it. Good luck to everybody. Remember, hey, 21 entries. That's dope. That's 21 million, 21 entries.
20, okay.
20 Rollins in your face.
There you go. You dividing everything by 21. There you go.
21.
That's it.
All right. And by the way, Lorraine, I need my props. I got it right today, right? I need my props. All right. So we are going to spin the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel.
Good luck, everybody. And the winner is my man.
And the winner is
All right, so listen, the universe is telling y'all something. The more super chats you give, the more chances you'll get to win.
Listen, I'm glad JT.
I'm joking.
JT is a member of the village. JT always supports, so JT, we support you right back. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So here's what you do. JT, send the email. To blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. But follow the directions. Go to your Cash App, go to your Bitcoin, hit receive, hit Lightning, send me whatever that Lightning code is, and we're gonna get it popping from there. I'm gonna send it to you. Nicole says, I don't know what a super chat is.
That's because you're on Facebook. You got to go over to YouTube.
It's a YouTubian thing. It's for the YouTubians.
Yes, it is.
I think James Hemming learned to cook overseas in France. Yeah,
He did.
Having a French chef back in the day was like something else. I've been stuck in studying the Gilded Age, and back in the Gilded Age, if you had a French chef,
he was that dude.
Listen, you was next level.
All right, Lorraine, thank you. Thank you for giving me my props. Appreciate you. Listen, I follow instructions. I follow well.
So JT got his first. This is actually JT's first time winning.
I don't know what that is.
Those are emojis that can't be shown.
Yeah. But it's appreciated. So JT, congratulations. JT, shoot the message. We're gonna take care of you ASAP.
Rocky.
Angela says congratulations. And salute to JT, man. JT always supports, and we definitely appreciate your support, JT.
And we're gonna use cultural references, and if you don't understand them, I don't know what to tell you.
Listen, man.
JT, this ain't your first win, though. I'm almost certain of that, right?
No, I think it is.
It might be.
Oh, I thought he won before.
No.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
No.
And I mean, listen, this is a beautiful thing, right? Anytime we can celebrate somebody in our community winning, big or small, is always a good thing.
Yeah, he took his side piece. He took his side piece on trips.
I love that. He's tithing to the community.
Yo, real quick too. I learned something new this week that I didn't know, right? So I knew that Jack Kennedy, the father of all the later Kennedys, I already knew the story about him and bootlegging and how he kind of cleaned up the family name and all that. But what I didn't know, did you guys know that Jack Kennedy was the inventor of the rug pull?
The what?
Rug pulling people in investing.
No.
He actually created it.
The pyramid scheme?
Not a pyramid scheme, but actually rug pulling where he's actually scamming. So I'm going to tell you how it played out, right? And by the way, I'm getting this information.
Well, isn't pyramid scheme and scamming people the same thing?
No, rug pulling is a little bit different. Rug pulling is when you pump up a specific, so basically a pump and dump or a rug pull kind of similar, where you pump something up with the intention of pulling the rug from under everyone and leaving them carrying it.
Bag holders.
Yes, right. So basically what happened was he was trying to work on Wall Street. He got shunned by the Morgans and the upper echelon of folks. They said they don't deal with Irish Catholics. So he got pissed and was trying to figure out a way to kind of get back at him. And he devised a scheme where he knew certain bankers and things that would work with him. So what he did was he would create different instances where they would take a stock. They would all collectively buy within the same time frame, push the price up, have people wondering, like, what's going on with the stock? Something's going on. Everybody would jump in, and then they would pull the rug from everybody and then sell and make profit. And he did it several times and made millions and millions of dollars. And to the point where he started being real greasy with it, he took the yellow cab company public and rug pulled the company he took public. He started pumping their stock up just to pull the rug from under him. And made millions of dollars. And they said that at the time, it wasn't a thing. So it wasn't actually illegal. But morally, it was crazy. And they said they found like writings and things that he knew it was legally crazy because he told his compadres, yo, we got to do this as much as possible because when people catch wind of what we're doing, they're going to change the law, which he was right about. But that's how he created a lot of his wealth before he even got into bootlegging. He already had millions that he did from being the inventor of rug pulling.
Now, just looking at this little guy that says, are rug pulls illegal? It says the short answer, it depends. Wow. That's crazy.
So he's the inventor. Well, he's talking specifically in this article you're looking at because rug pulls happen a lot in crypto now. So, but he was doing this in the stock market back in like the early 20th century. There's a documentary series on it's on Amazon. Let me tell you the name of it. And
they say he was the reason why the SEC was created.
Because he was coming up with these crazy scams where at the time they weren't illegal, but they was real malicious. It's called Titans: The Rise of Wall Street. It's an 8-part series. It's on Amazon Prime if you got Amazon Prime. But he basically, they was, doing him dirty because he was Irish Catholic. He was like, all right, watch this. Hold my beard.
Oh, you want to be discriminatory? Let me show you how that look.
He was like, hold my Irish beard. Watch this.
Hold on. Mark wants to get tribute. He wants to donate. Shout out to Mark.
Whoa. All right, Pastor. Send $25 to buy the hood. Matter of fact, I forgot you can't send it now. You can send $25 cash if you want.
Yeah, send the cash and then we'll convert it.
Yeah, we'll convert it to buy the hood, and I'll get that the cash tag, cash tag $ buy the hood. We'll pull it up now, Mark, in case you want to send something through. And once Mark does, we're gonna, hopefully Kamari didn't end the joint, because if he did, we gotta redo it.
Listen, don't slander me.
You ended it?
Don't slander me.
We'll do it next week.
Don't slander me. No, we're gonna do it now. Listen, Lorraine will be proud of me. Lorraine will be proud of me.
Come on, everybody gotta put their joint back in the Whispers joint, don't they?
No, just do a draw again. It's all set up. It's all set up.
Look at Anthony giving us some more history. Yo, the finesse game is crazy. The Kennedy's finesse game was out of control.
Yes, it was.
They create the SEC because of his scamming, and what's he do?
He runs it.
Who's better than finance scammers? Who's better than finance scammers? Yeah, it's like the Frank Abagnale play. Who's better than con artists?
Facts.
All right, so there we go. So if you didn't put Whispers in, put it in again. Like we got Mark Small, the 25 just came through. All right, so we're gonna do 2.
Thank you, Mark.
Good job, brother Mark. Mark is a legend in Philly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe outside of Philly too, Mark. I'm not trying to slander you and call you local, though. It's not what I'm trying to do. But you that guy. That's our brother, man. Much love to Mark, and shout out to Mark's whole family, man. So with that being said, if you're already in, you're in. If you're not in, #Whispers. Hit draw again, Kamari. Top right. But wait, it gets worse. Let's get it.
Now, Mark wins. This is hilarious.
Mark, Mark, you can't donate, then jump in the joint, man. What you doing, dog? Oh, we got another hour. Listen, Noble, listen. That's 2 for you now, beloved. Noble sent me a text message complaining about never winning, and then he won, and now he won again, man. So, listen, shoot me a message. Now, this is really a test to you right now, good brother. We're going to test you right now. The test is this. Can you get me your lightning tag? I just explained how to do it. I'll explain it one more time for those not listening. Go to Cash App. Go to the bottom left, right? Go to the bottom left. Hit your money sign. Look for Bitcoin. Click Bitcoin. Then click the icon that has an up arrow and down arrow. It's to the right of buy and sell. When you click that, it'll give you a QR code. Tap that QR code. It'll say Bitcoin Network or Lightning Network. Click the Lightning Network. Then copy that and email it to blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. Say, I won tonight. Here's my Lightning. If you guys learn to use Lightning, it changes the game for Bitcoin, because now Bitcoin can be used as cash, because Lightning is damn near free, right? And it's instant. It comes to you, get this, in a Lightning. But I digress.
Lightning in a bottle.
So congratulations, Noble. We got 2 winners. We got JT and Noble. You know what I'm saying? We gave away about 50,000 sats this evening. That's our thing. Salute to y'all. Hopefully you guys become full Bitcoiners. Go to watch Stack Sats or Die Trying, which you get early, by the way. I drop them like Monday or Tuesday night for the village. Everybody on YouTube doesn't get it until Friday. So, shout out to Rich, because I know Rich took a look at it in the actual village. You know what I'm saying? Rich, give me some feedback, though, dog. I thought that was my best one yet, but, that's just me. With that being said, Sunday, we got class Sunday morning. I don't know what we're going to do a class about this week. We're going to give our plays like we always do, but 2025, we focus on teaching, dog. We teaching, so we're going to talk about something. So pull up Sunday morning, 10 a.m., Sunday playbook.
Now, it won't be the same as the other classes. You got to be behind the village or behind the wall in the village to get all that.
Yeah.
But there'll be some fire.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Bitcoin is definitely the future. This is right. Righteous indignation. If not, please join our village because you got some great comments. So please join our village. And by joining the village, I mean go to blackwealthrebels.com. It's completely free. You know, we got a lot of folks that, you know, hit the other tiers, but it's free. We trying to build our village up, man. With that being said, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. JT, as well as Noble, don't forget blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. blackwealthrebels@gmail.com.
Black Queens forever.
Black Queens forever. Snow Bunnies never. We'll be here next Friday, 7 p.m.
And next Wednesday as well.
That's right. Salute to CT, salute to Steve, and salute to Jamil. I don't know how it played out, but however it played out, I got my book. You know what I mean? We got it. We're going to try it and rate it 1 through 10.
Y'all have a great night.
Love y'all.